Fam, what a long, disgusting season. But you know, it had its moments, though. A lot of discoveries being made, as I was talking about before the game ended. So, it's just one more thing that Kyle Shanahan does not have to look at, too. And the 49ers can plan from here because they know clearly what they need to do as far as personnel additions. And it's kind of exciting. Draft night's going to be crazy. And free agency takes place before that. Man, I tell you, this is going to be fun. Each and every week, starting as soon as, January? The Super Bowl's about mid-January. They're saying about end of January, right? Is the Super Bowl in February this year? It may be. Anyway, after that, and the thing about the fun we're going to have, because I'm sure I'm going to have to be in your face at your place on the Rams game, when their first playoff game, just so we can laugh at that ass. Rams aren't ready. And here's the thing, because the Rams are they're in their own kind of they went to the playoffs last year. I guess they weren't in a rebuild, but when McVay got there, they got to be who they were. Shanahan shows up, and we've got a lot of people we got to get in there and get things in order and organized after the mess that Trent Baalke left. And so now, starting next year, okay, let us see who we can keep healthy. And then let us see who's the best team in Cali. Because you and I both know who it probably is. But we got to prove it. So, there you go. Hey, and I see the Bosa Allen. What if, and somebody pointed out here too, I forgot who I read that from, what if the Cardinals Cardinals need any offense? Their defense is pretty good. What if the Cardinals don't go for Bosa and they go with the best offensive option, which could be who? See, because it's not automatic, because Joey Bosa, or Nick Bosa, should I say, and I got to tell you, I don't think the 49ers are going to go for him either. I really don't. The 49ers are going to want picks. There's going to be somebody who wants a quarterback, whether it's the Giants, or maybe the Giants would probably sit on their own pick. The Jaguars probably saying, listen, Bortles came out there today and got his ass kicked. It was hilarious, So, and the word on Bosa is everybody feels the same way. Is he fragile? Can he stand up to the rigors of the NFL? If he's going to get hurt in college, what makes anybody think that's going to stop when he shows up at the pros? So, a lot to think about. I can't imagine what the 49ers is going to do right now. So, we'll see. So, Okie Niner, that's what the Okie Niners want to say it right now. Thanks for the contribution. Yeah, no Bosa, he's fragile. And, yeah, he's really, when you watch him play, the guy's a beast, though, man. Hey, fam, did you see what I saw? And somebody needs to answer some questions about that. I know it's going to be brought up. What was with the official? Actually, it seems that Aaron Donald didn't appreciate the outstanding efforts of Joshua Garnett to wrestle his ass out of the play, right? So they're over there on a I guess, I don't know where the line of scrimmage was, but the ref is standing right there watching. So Donald gets away from Joshua Garnett. He's all pissed off. He's pushing down on him. Joshua gets up, and Donald just smacks him. Ref is standing right there. No flag. What was that? If Joshua Garnett would have threw back, I wonder if he would have threw a flag. All right. I'm sure somebody's going to ask questions about that later because that was all caught on camera. So, all right. We'll see. As remember, Joshua Garnett also did a good job against Ndamukong Suh in his rookie year. Joshua Garnett may not be what we think he is. And most of us think he's an overrated first-round draft pick. That may not be accurate. What I seen today out of Joshua Garnett, I do not want him leaving. No. Persons is a backup. Let him continue to be a backup. And when the running game is going to be going, you need a healthy Joshua Garnett out there. Joshua Garnett's not the best pass protector in the world, but when it gets ready time to run, we'd have two. Man, between McGlinchey and Garnett in the run game, Joe Staley, Thomason, who's been. Oh man, I hope Thomason is okay. I know it's serious, man, because we see what happened to Goodwin. Not Goodwin, but Cooper did not come back in time. It's too late in the year to get hurt. Oh, it's really worrisome. All right. Kim Boutro. We have something to celebrate today. George Kittle. Yay. I think I screamed out on George already, too. Oh, still gold. See? You and me. We don't hate on Kendrick. Anybody that hates Kendrick will not accept anything. So still gold. Kendrick is really starting to develop as well. See, Big Show, I'm telling you, man, it's obvious that Kendrick Bourne can play. It is really obvious. Yeah. Hey, Ron Abelos points out Reuben Foster was a beast in college, but he was a fragile player in the NFL. Yeah, you can't go by that, huh? And Farside, we beat out the Jets with strength of schedule because we got the same record, I guess, yeah. Andre Garrett said Niners need to go after pass rush regardless with the two pick or free agency. Can't afford to have the shit pass rush again. Andre, high five twice. I'm telling you right now, be glad I'm not running the draft. First round, 49ers select Josh Allen, because I'm assuming most are going to be gone. Second round, 49ers pick Jews. Cleveland Farrell. And the spotlight would be, the camera would like shoot over to me. I would say, damn right. Wait till next round. If there's any pass rushes available, I'm getting them too. Sick of this. Every year I got to sit there and watch that quarterback. Sit back, relax, take his time, and pick my defense apart. I'll be damned if he's going to sit back and relax this year. I got every day. And I signed 3 free agents too. Hey, got James on the phone. Hey, James. Because I'm pass rush crazy here today, man. Because look what Aaron Donald did.
Yeah.
Man, that's how you win football games.
Back to what you said about him and Garnett. I think Garnett knew that if he would have smacked him, he would have got ejected. You know what I'm saying? They would have said that's what I don't understand about these officials. One guy initiates the fight, but it's the guy that retaliates that gets ejected.
Mm-hmm. So you need to stand and get your ass beat until we resume the line of scrimmage. If you hit him back, I'm fining you. That's James.
That's exactly right.
Oh, there's something wrong with that.
Bro. It's saddening. And I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to say this much too. I'm really starting to believe. I don't think the Cardinals are going to go after no edge rusher, bro. They got too many people in free agency that they losing off of the offense alone. 4 receivers, 4 wide receivers. I think a guard and a tackle, okay? And then it's a few more players. I think it's a tight end in Gresham. He might be the next one out the door on him. And so I
Marcus
look at
Peters,
them like
Marcus Peters might. I don't know. Peters is he in a contract year or what?
No, Patrick Peterson. Patrick Peterson wants to leave, bro.
Contract year that he
wants
can
to leave.
Okay.
If he's in a contract year, he's gone. But I can tell you this much. I don't see them. I will say this much. If they go defense, I think it will actually be a corner instead of a pass rusher. Because they got so many guys in free agency right now that I think the boy that came over from the Patriots, Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones is another
Chandler.
one.
Yeah, he's still there.
They trying to get rid of Dale Buchanan. They're not believing that he's a solid linebacker.
Ooh.
So
it's LSU's linebacker. Wait, who plays linebacker for the
James White, the linebacker from LSU, is a real good one. And we got to get a linebacker and an edge rusher. We got to. I'm not sold on Elijah Lee. I know My partner in arms, Hakeem, is listening right now. He's a big fan of Elijah Lee, but
Hey,
Elijah
Hakeem,
Lee,
me and you both. I really like him a lot myself, James.
well, good luck to both of
I'm a
y'all, but I'm
huge.
telling you right now, I'm not feeling Elijah Lee unless they bulk him up or something like that, man. Because at the end of the day, I mean, I just don't see enough. I see him getting beaten coverage too much. I
What?
see him getting drugged like right there at the goal line. Players will drag him because he's so light in the behind, man.
James,
You
he
understand?
knocked he knocked Kelly back about 10 feet today with a shot. Are you talking about
That's
Elijah Lee or some other Lee?
no, I'm talking about Elijah Lee, 47
Yeah.
for the 49ers. Okay. I ain't sold on him. I know they're realizing that Malcolm Smith will be gone. They're not believing that they never believed that Brock Coyle is a starter. He's a good
Oh,
depth
he's a
chart player.
backup. He's a special teams backup, yeah.
Yeah, special teams backup. So at the end of the day, I mean, we gotta right now, I'm gonna tell you, if for some reason Bosa doesn't get to us, if you ask me, I really like Quentin Williams from Alabama over Josh Allen. Now, I could be wrong on that,
Wait,
but
what's the other guy you were talking about? Did you say you told me about a guy last week? Isn't he from Louisiana?
no, that's the one I hope they pick.
That's the edge
Is
rusher, right?
Jalen Ferguson from Louisiana Tech. Have you
Yeah.
watched the tape on him, Ronbo?
Nah, yeah, I haven't got around to it again.
Okay. When
I,
you do,
I,
you'll have to
I got
rewind and
plenty of
watch
time
it a
now,
couple of
though.
times.
Season's over.
I'm telling you, the guy has got a title as sack daddy, and it's a reason for that. Now, the thing with Ed Oliver, basically McShay and the other guy that does the draft players leading up to the draft, they said the same thing about Donald. He didn't have the size for a D tackle. He's a little bit, he's a little bit undersized,
you,
this and that.
you
He
talking about
don't
Aaron
have the
Donald? They said,
yeah.
yeah.
This is what Tom McShay, and the other one that does the draft had said about Aaron Donald
Oh, James, we're
coming
gonna
out in the
stop though.
draft.
We're gonna have to stop because
Yeah,
it
man.
seems like the phone calls are filling up. I'm gonna try to hold everybody down to a certain amount of time. So, James, let
Okay,
me.
man.
I'll get back. This is the last week we have to miss Monday Night Raw, but next week, well, we're gonna be talking some football. All right, James.
Okay.
We
All right,
I'll
man. Have a good one. Thank you
see
for
you
your time, man.
Friday. All right. Thanks, James.
All right. All right.
Oh man, we got a lot to. Boy, it's gonna be lots of stuff to talk about now. And Nike Niner 10. Did you know Cole Beasley's incredible catch that lifted Dallas to victory, which ended up being the deciding game and the 49ers getting the SOS tiebreaker over the Jets for the second pick? Really? No, Nike Niner. I didn't know that. Wow. So, as bad and mad as I was with the Cowboys won, I need to stop that. Really? Damn. Hey, Ryan Jones, I like that. Kittle's new name is Special K. Ah! Special K! Big G! And John Milliner says, thanks, John, for the contribution. Go Niners all the way to Super Bowl 54. Niners will see whoever is there. Go Niners. Yeah. Okie Niner does not want anything to do with Nick Bosa. He's leaving another message up here. Bosa hype is BS. Oh, God. Sean, come on in. Sean.
Yo, how you doing, brother? How you
No,
doing, man?
I can't talk, man. George Kittle killed me. Man, I said, man, I felt bad for him, John, because, they put a candid shot on him, and he was sitting there looking all dejected. He says, man, Nick's missed me how many times I've got to figure out how we're going to do this. And finally, our boy got 149 yards offense. He is the
Yeah,
best tight end in football for a single season. Good. Damn it. Hard.
yeah,
Go ahead.
and he did that without an elite quarterback.
Yes.
You know, a lot of guys are getting these records, you're like, well, look at the quarterback that they had.
Right.
Okay, well, exactly. Look at the
Tom
quarterback
Brady or
that Kittle had.
somebody.
So it really
Gronk.
shows the dominance of who Kittle is. And, yeah, and the way his yards after the catch is just it's
Ooh,
phenomenal, man. It's phenomenal. So
George,
he
run.
really, I mean, not only did he just break a record, but he let everybody know how dominant of a player he is, you know. And, man, we really got to tip our hat to that guy, man. That was a great draft pick by the boys. You know, I mean, honestly, man, that was a steal, and it was gold that really a lot of people didn't know that. Obviously, he was who he was, but you got to tip your hats off to the man, whoever actually went out and pointed him out and said, that's the guy
Right.
that's got to be with us.
I want to know who that was, too. Who knew George Kittle
Right.
had that kind of... Because in
Right.
Iowa, they didn't have him running and catching the ball that much. George was a great blocking tight end that done a lot of grunt work.
Right. And it was, like I say, he went in. I think he went in. He was drafted. He was 190 pounds, I think. And to see him work and put on the muscle that he has, and just he's a real student of the game, man. And we're lucky to have that in line of what's coming. You know, we really are.
Yeah. And you know what? It was funny. You know, last year, just real quick, I want to say, last year, I remember, who's our starter? Who's the quarterback last year? Hoyer.
With Beathard.
Brian Hoyer said, at the beginning of the season, Brian Hoyer said, how come, how is it that you never, Brian Hoyer was alluding to the fact that he was never a guy that got the ball thrown to him much, and Hoyer couldn't understand it. So Hoyer actually knew back then, at the beginning of the season, how good this dude was.
Yeah. Well, they say Hoyer's mind for the game is brilliant. You know, just whether he has the intangibles to make it happen.
Yeah.
But they say his mind is really smart, and he really studies the game. They say he's really in the books, and you know he's valuable to any organization as long as he's not starting. You know what I mean?
I mean,
honestly,
Brian,
that's his role.
Yeah.
That's his role. You know. I mean, the guy knows a playbook once he indulges himself. But one thing I want to say, man, this is going to be a long off season, just for the simple fact that we know we're so close, but yet so far.
So far.
You know what I mean? So it's man, we're going to analyze this thing. That I think what's going to happen on your show, I think the best of the fans are going to come out with their knowledge of the game, and they're really going to dive into this thing, especially the shows that you have going on where you have guys playing GMs and all this other shit. I think we're going to see some really interesting things, and it's going to be intriguing, and I'm excited for that for the offseason because we really ain't got nothing else. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see which way we go, and especially whatever happens to Tomlinson is really going to affect what we do in the draft. Do we know exactly what happened to his leg yet? We don't have any.
That's worrisome, ain't it? Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Also, did you notice tonight the official just stood there and allowed, because he's Aaron Donald, he can do whatever he wants? What is that?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I mean.
And what if Joshua Garnett would have fired back, just like James said, would he have dropped his flag then?
You know, when you got a guy of Aaron Donald's caliber and you got a guy of Joshua Garnett where 99.5 of the people in the world don't know who Garnett is, you know what I mean?
But James!
He's doomed. You're right.
Football is not a class structure.
Correct.
Yeah.
I got you.
Damn.
You're absolutely right, man. He is, you know, when people say that people's personas aren't, whatever the word is, but Garnett would have caught the bad end for that. That's for sure. Plus, the second guy is always going to get fucking shitted on. But we got a lot to work on. I'm going to jump off here, man. We got, edge rushers. We got to look at his offensive line. You know, who knows how fragile Jimmy G is going to be, so we got to make sure we keep him upright. We never know. So it's going to be interesting. We need a big body receiver. Man, we need some shit, but it's going to make for an interesting offseason over and out.
All right. Great stuff, Sean. Talk to you later. Oh, I can't get over that situation with Garnett and Donald. I don't get it. I mean, Aaron just wound up and swung, and ref didn't say nothing. J-Dog, It says, hey, yo, and my son gave Fred Warner the nickname Pop Warner. Press 69 if you feel it. I like that. Deandra, so glad we had you for our game. Love what you are. Thanks, Deandra. Appreciate it. The Devil's son, Kittle should have had 2 records this season. Amen to that. Shanahan denied the single game record against the Broncos, but you just Kyle made up for it though. He made sure to give George every chance he could get. And like Sean just pointed out, George did that with 3 different quarterbacks in one season. That's just crazy. San Fran fan 30, he says, Jesus, imagine with game without the terrible first quarter. It would have been a better game, wouldn't it? Would have been a much better and different game. And Kenny says, George Kittle, best tight end in single year in NFL history. Yeah, he is our San Francisco 49ers! George, man, so proud of him right now. Oh, K-Boy.
What's up, Ronbo? What's going on, man?
K-Boy sitting back here licking wounds, but at the same time can feel so proud about a few things, man.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That's why I was. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
Oh, I was like, I'm with you, man. I kind of got mixed emotions right now because I'm happy that we got to see, our boys, and they didn't do what we expected them to do this season, and I'm kind of sad because the football season going away too, but they don't have to suffer no more. We don't have to suffer as fans no more in this season.
K-Boys talked up like they died.
Yeah.
No more suffering. They can bury him now. Bury the 2018 season and stop that suffering.
Yeah, it was a tough. But I like how we coming with the young guys. I think these last 2 years, the draft picks that we got, like the low draft picks, like the 4th and the 5th and the 6th and the 6th round draft picks we got, and the undrafted players that came in. I have confidence in our scouting team that we're gonna find some more gems in the upcoming draft. So,
because look at Fred, Fred Warner, 3rd round. How you gonna do? Who gets that kind of a linebacker in the 3rd round?
Exactly. And he's probably going to be a Pro Bowler in the next year or 2.
At least.
Kittle, same thing.
That's the crime of the century.
He's the season MVP for me in this season. I mean, he's the player that he was the most offensive best player we had. Consistent, and I expect that from him from now on. And if he don't get 1,000 yards
every year, then it's going to have a bad year. And K-Boy,
it's a disappointment.
But you remember Tampa Bay picked up what's that guy? What's the kid out of Alabama that year that got picked up with George? I looked at Tampa Bay. They were stacking weapons like they had Deshaun Watson. They had about 4 other guys too, and then they picked up that. Oh, what is his name from Bama? He went and joined them too. I was sick. I said, look at Tampa Bay. They're just stacking one weapon after another. And then we picked up George Kittle. Who is George Kittle?
And he was a steal,
That's the best one of them all.
And if not the best tight end in the game right now, he's the second best next to Kelsey. So by him setting the record, in my mind, he's the best. So
now see, K-Boy, think about that for a second, because Travis Kelce has had actually a Pro Bowl quarterback throwing at him all year, because no matter what I think about Mahomes, I got to give him respect. That's a Pro Bowl quarterback. Travis Kelce had him gunning at him all season long. George did.
Just think if we had Jimmy G all season, what kind of numbers he'd be putting up then. So hopefully we get a chance to see that next year, in my opinion. So hopefully. But I'm with Sean, last caller. Yeah, we need to show up that offensive line just for Jimmy G. That defense, we need a big body receiver and everything. Since it's the end of the year, I'm a little biased. I give the overall season for our boys a C-. They maybe deserve a B+, but in my eyes, it's a C-. I don't know what the other Empire people think, but I'm pretty sure they're going to give their grades over the next week or 2. Yeah, I give them a C-. I think
if you consider everything right, that's about fair, actually.
I think that's fair, but some people might give him a D plus, something like that.
Some people could give him failing grades.
Yeah, but it is what it is. I think if we didn't have the injuries that we could have, instead of us being 4-12, we could have easily been 8-8 in my opinion. The two Chargers games, the Bears game, we could have won the Chargers game. We
didn't need to lose to the Cardinals
Green Bay
twice.
Game. Yeah, the Green Bay game we could have won. It was just a lot of close games. It's so many games. So we could have had a range of between 7-9, 8-7, maybe 9-7. 8-8, maybe even 9-7. So
I think we could have been 9-7.
C minus. Yeah. So 9-7. I think that's a fair. Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment of our boys this year.
But the defense is going to be better next year. I think they're ready to play now. Hey, K-Boy, let me ask you one question because I've got to get to Big Show on this. I'm going to ask everybody this question.
Ahead.
Now, I told Big Show if Kendrick Bourne doesn't show any kind of improvement this year, of course, if he does show improvement, I need the number 84 jersey. Did you see enough from Kendrick Bourne? Did I warrant that jersey?
These last few weeks, he shows potential. He earned himself a spot for next year's team.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the season, I didn't have faith in him.
Yeah.
But he was, I think in all, he may have been our best consistent wide receiver, and that's not saying a lot, given our wide receivers this year. Our wide receivers, that may have been our poorest position, in my opinion, this year. It just, with the injuries, our squad, they really need to address whoever's the strengthening and conditioning coach. So something got to give this year because they need to get in the gym. The program has to change.
I know.
It just, the injuries that we had this year, it was just, and all of them on offense too, it just killed.
I know. They can't take any impact. So yeah, they've got a lot of work to do. Yeah.
People going through them like wet sheets of paper.
Oh. Okay, well, we
don't make no sense.
We're going to stop. I'm going to see you this weekend, okay?
All right. I'll holler at you, Ronbo.
All right.
Take it easy, man.
You too, fam. Happy New Year.
All right. You too.
Thanks.
All right.
I got to wish Sean a Happy New Year, too, and James. Hey, James, Sean, Happy New Year, fellas. I forgot to tell you before you left. Okay, this is a good point. Exum's penalty needs to be addressed in the offseason. It needs to be reviewed, okay? That was not an illegit. And even Dean Blandino came in, pinstripes and all. He said what happened was a kind of play where it happened kind of quickly, and if maybe Exum wraps up on that tackle, it isn't so obvious. But from where the ref looked, he just saw the head fold over and bounce up against the defender's head, and so they called a flag on that. See, Exum did everything textbook. He came in. He did not use his crown. He did not use his head at all. When he hit, the guy's body folded and bounced over the top. That is not illegal. What he did was knock the ball loose, which was a perfectly textbook hit from a safety. Refs called 15-yard penalty. You know that's wrong. No matter if, you got to think about people crying about refs and everything, but that was wrong. Two really big wrongs. That one, and since when is Aaron Donald allowed to punch people in the face right there in front of him? I can't get over that shit. And Kristen Calderon says, hey, I need your help, brother. Kittle or Warner jersey? I like Fred, but George Kittle, his jersey's right up there with Jimmy G. Woo! Yeah! It's going to be hard to get it, too. Get your order in now, unless you feel like driving around to every mall in Northern Cal, because that jersey's going to be so hot. Damian Lillard, we need a wide receiver who can stretch the field like Goodwin, so won't get us hurt as Goodwin. And I would draft edge rusher in round 1 and 2, the draft backup cornerbacks. The rest of the draft, I want to see Blair's stat. Ronald Blair? See, Blair's already on the team next year, no matter who they draft. But, yeah. Adam Garcia, thank you, fam. hey, Richie Rich.
Well, what's going on, brother?
Richie, man, I'm having trouble. It's amazing how it's preoccupying every thought in my mind as Joshua Garnett, Aaron Donald's like pushing him down on the ground, shoving him down in the dirt, and just really dogging him, right? And Garnett gets up, and Donald smacks him in the face. The referee standing there watching it and doesn't do nothing. I'm trying to wrap my... I don't get it.
You know how it is, Ronbo. These refs, man, they be all inconsistent. That's just the way they be. Like I think it was James that said it. They always get the second guy that does something to the first guy. It's always been that way. I don't know. I don't know why. It blows my mind. No one calls them out on it. Like, you would think the guy that started the thing would be the one to get the penalty.
But see, because that's what I'm saying, Rich, he was standing on top of that accident right from the beginning. When him and Donald came rolling over there at high speed, the ref was standing right there. Donald got mad because somebody dominated him for a change. He pushes down on Joshua Garnett. It looked like and Garnett tried to stand up, and Donald just went and smacked him. I said,
well, that's because he's not used to it. That's what it is. But I heard you talking about Tomlinson before. He had they said it might be an ACL.
I knew it would be. You could tell when they showed the slow-mo, you could tell. Damn it! He ain't got enough time to heal up from that.
Yeah, who knows if he's going to be able to heal up before training camp and
no way.
OTAs.
End of the season. So last game.
We're gonna have to get our. We're gonna have to get our. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna have to reach. I know we need other areas that we need to redefine, but we always need quality depth at the offensive line position. You need that regardless.
Well, I can already tell you what's going to happen, Richie. Garnett's going to move over to left tackle or left guard because it's time. His first round quarter. You got to get in there, and he looked decent actually the last time. A couple times they played him. They're going to either put Persons stays at the right side. If they're going to get a guard, like you're saying, it's priority. The guard will not be looked upon until the second, third round earliest. See,
well, maybe they're be somewhere in free agency where somebody let a guy go. You never know. You see what I'm saying? Might be a quality guy that you're gonna get. I don't think they spend it on an A+ type of guy, but maybe a B guy, B+, B- type of guy. Yeah. But what I want to say is that I'm proud. What I'm proud of this season is with all the injuries and all the nonsense we've been through this year with the defense, the miscommunication, the non-turnovers, the forced scenario.
The list goes on and on.
Exactly. This team, especially on offense, though, they don't give up. They don't give up, even with turnovers today. I mean, and I expect that, Ron. Well, I mean, come on, let's be real. The Rams at this stage, they're a better team than us right now at this moment.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Agree. I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody is.
And Nick Mullens, exactly. And Nick Mullens went out there, and the kid, he's fearless. He is really fearless. So we know who our number 2 quarterback is. There's no question about that next year. I know Kyle going to try to say they're going to compete. I know he got to do that. He's the coach.
You know
how that shit go around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but getting to the free agency and draft, these are the scenarios I have. Free agency. All right, let's get it. We definitely need an edge. They was talking about Dante Fowler Jr. I think they're gonna go after him because they was talking about him before. It depends on what they do. If they go after one edge or 2 edges in the draft, I mean, in the free agency. Then if we get that settled in the free agency, and I'm sure we'll pick up some little, small pieces in free agency. I don't know how many guys they're gonna sign, but I'm sure they're gonna probably sign I'm gonna say at least 4, maybe 5 guys the most. And in the draft, these are my 4 guys in the draft, and in no order. Of course, Bosa, and I'm tired of people talking about Bosa. Bosa's a beast. Please stop with the nonsense, people. Stop with he get hurt. The man had one little injury and stuff, and he was healthy way before the season even ended. He was making sure he was going to set up himself and his family for the future. So either you don't like him or you do. That's in the discussion. Let's stop with this. He's hurt. He's injury prone garbage. I can't stand that when people do that. Now, if he gets hurt again coming into the NFL, then you can start saying that. An injury prone guy is a guy who gets hurt multiple times. That's injury prone. You know what I'm saying? So that's one right there, Bosa. Then I'm looking at depends on if they get the pass rushers and the thing. If they don't get the pass rushers, I'm looking at Bosa. I'm looking at, of course, Josh Allen. But if they get the pass rushers in free agency, I'm looking at Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams, which James talked about, Alabama, Ronbo, up the middle. I know people don't want to know up the middle, but Ronbo, he is a beast. He takes on 2 guys, him and D4 inside, and you got the pass rushers on the outside. He's unblockable. I'm telling you, he can stop the run and he can get to the passer. He's one guy I'm looking at. And of course, Greedy Williams, the cornerback from LSU. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we need that. If they don't trade down, though. If they don't trade down, and if they trade down, I don't know who knows who they're looking at. But those are my 4 guys right there. You got the Quentin Williams, which is inside, Bosa outside, Josh Allen outside, and then Greedy and at corner. Second round, Rob, I don't know, man. I'm looking at receiver. I'm be honest with you, man. They might be some intriguing big 6'5", 6'6" receiver. There's a dude, Nikhil, I think his name is Kel Henry from Arizona State.
Yeah, everybody's talking about that dude from Arizona.
Yeah,
everybody's talking about it.
There's a guy from Iowa State, Hakeem Butler, Ronbo. This dude, he played a game, I think it was last week. It could have been the weekend. He had this nasty one. He catch big dude. He can catch. His catch radius is off the chain, Ronbo. Go look him up. Hakeem Butler. He can ball. I'm telling you. So I'm looking at maybe getting one of those big receivers because we need a guy, Ronbo, that's going to be consistent. And no, I'm not sold on Kendrick Bourne. I heard you talk to the other caller. I've never been so I like Kendrick Bourne. He's a backup guy. He's a backup.
I got one okay vote and a backup vote. Okay.
Yeah, he's a backup guy. He'll give you a few catches at times. He might even give you a touchdown. Everybody get excited. I be seeing you getting all excited. I be laughing and stuff watching.
Kendrick is my boy. Hey, but here's the thing about Kendrick. He's going to play a role. He's not going to be your star. He's a role player. And what's that guy we got rid of last year? Also a role player that came over from Atlanta. He wore number 20.
Oh, you're talking about
okay. Aldrick Robinson. Kendrick is the modern Aldrick Robinson. He can come in. You got somebody hurt or something like that. He can plug that hole for you and do a good job with it. Now, every day, I don't know. Or every week, I don't know. But Kendrick is great for making those spectacular plays. I mean, you got to give it to him. This dude may not do that all game long, and all of a sudden he'll just pull a spectacular play.
But we don't. But we need consistency at those positions. Yeah. We need Marquise to come back and get his head in the game. Hopefully his issues, and I don't know if they're family related or if there's other issues with him. Hopefully the off season he'd be good to go mentally because we need him definitely in the game, Robert. We need him to be in the game in the season. We need him doing it. Dante. I love Dante. You know, we all love Dante. Richie James, I think should be on the field. Trent Teller, I don't want no more Trent Teller. So I understand it's only his second year. He already having back injuries. He's inconsistent. And if you're having back injuries at this young of an age, that's going to hamper you in your career.
All right, Richie. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for you this weekend as we start heating up in the offseason. This is going to be fun. Because we're going to hear some news coming out of Santa Cruz. The rumors are going to get nuts. Now, what you just said about Bosa, remember what you just said about Bosa, and watch what the media does with this. This is going to be hilarious.
Oh, I know.
Oh, man. All right, Richie. Happy New Year to you, fam. See you this weekend.
All right, brother. You have a happy New Year, too.
Deal.
All right, good night.
All right. And Adam Garcia, thank you, fam. Appreciate it. Thank you. And Jeff Tan, imagine George Kittle winds up right next to. Can you sing? 49ers are tearing Julio Jones. You know what? Even the NFL Network, well, you can pretty much write the 49ers in right now for the playoffs. Julio Jones is going to make George Kittle unstoppable and vice versa. And it seems they're going to keep, also Marquise Goodwin's going to stay in there, and Dante Pettis, their new up-and-coming rookie. The 49ers' air attack is going to be off the hook. And you consider Jimmy G's back, and Jimmy G's also got both Matt Breida, who fooled everybody last year, and Jerick McKinnon. The 49ers' offense is set. But is their defense ready to contain teams? And that'll be the question all offseason long. You watch and see. But if Julio comes... But he's already signed a new contract. As soon as I remember. Salvador Berbisca says, do not let Tyler get a Kittle jersey. Oh, my God. Sal, man, that's so true, man. I you know he's going to do it. Damn. I think wasn't he talking about Kittle's jersey last time we were on the phone with him? And Jim Thorokill says, let's not get cute, draft Bosa out and get a linebacker second round. Corner, third, sign a free agent defensive end. Let the rookie be a situational guy at the start so he can learn. I agree with that, Jim. I really do. Because, ooh, man, it's just so many scenarios running through my head right now. Yamin!
Ronbo, what's good with you?
Yeah, I mean, man, we got a Cowboy fan that came over here to tell us that George Kittle's overrated. A Cowboy fan, I see you. I just wasn't saying nothing.
Y'all fucking cowgirls, don't worry about us. Y'all better focus on the playoff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, big Ronbo, what's good with you?
Hey, I mean, I'm just enjoying the fact that the season's over. You can see how things are going to shape up next year already. We had to go through this 2 years, but I think we're ready to, boy. Just get me an edge rusher. Get me 2 of them, you know what I mean? And let's go.
Right. Ronbo, what's good with you? Salute to the Niner Empire. Julio gonna come to the Niners. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been saying it for the whole year. I believe that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They need to pursue him aggressively, too. Give up a first-round pick. Do you realize Julio would be the glue that would put this whole puzzle together? You already got one of the best. What am I talking about? You've already got the best tight end in football. Get Julio to go along with him, and you got Dante Pettis still in there, and you got
Dante Pettis. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, and he's gonna get better. People don't realize. I can see Pettis is gonna be just really dangerous, but he's got to stay healthy. And can we do that?
Right.
Man. Especially with G.
Jimmy Guidott. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Ronbo, it's crazy. I still want Julio. I still want Cameron Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I still want Calvin Benjamin. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Brandon Marshall too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm standing on my word, Ronbo.
I love that you're still rooting for Brandon Marshall. Yeah, Brandon's getting to the point he may be ready to retire. Ain't he about 37?
37? Yeah, I'm gonna give him 1 more year, 2 more years left. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Marshall, he ain't want to listen to me and shit. He wanted to go to the motherfucking Seattle Tilapia Fest.
And look what happened. You know what? They released him. If you're gonna go that age, go ahead and get Terrell. Get T.O. He wants to come back anyway.
All right, well, you know what I'm saying? All right, for sure, Ronbo, for sure. I fully agree with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
T.O.'s in great shape, too. Unbelievable.
I think, no, this year when the season started, I think that Brandon Marshall would have helped out, Jimmy Guap. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe.
If we get Julio, I don't know. Brandon Marshall might. He might don't get that chance. But
Kyle made Julio a star that year because the playbook just works for Julio. So
right.
Man.
And then Ronbo, Michael Smith. He got to get out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? I salute. Tom Will Smith, Michael Smith. We need to work on these linebackers and we need to work on the front line. Y'all can work on the safeties and all that. Work on free agents. That's what I do. Y'all can have the draft. I work on free agents. You know what I'm saying?
But you got to do more for me than Brandon Marshall, though. Come on, you can do it. If that's going to be your job, we just got to get good, solid guys that at least around 30.
Now, all right, Ronbo. Say if we did with a sign Brandon Marshall. I think Brandon Marshall, would have helped out Jimmy Guap. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
I think Brandon Marshall would have got at least 700 yards. Excuse me, Ronbo.
I just have to tell you, Brandon got cut twice this year.
Well, he like number one, with Seattle, like like they already got a squad, and New Orleans, like he ain't had that chance because Dez Bryant was over there.
Dez will be looking for a job next year.
Right. I don't know, like Ronbo, I was riding for Dez, like I'm saying, I'ma still vouch for him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
Ronbo, like Night of Empire, like our season start now.
That's
like,
right. Hey, ain't that the truth?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we got the build. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Our 2019 is underway.
Right. 2019, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
It's all going to come together. First, get through free agency. That's your job. And then we get into the draft. Right. And after that, boy, the picture will become clear as can be. As soon as I hear them say they picked up DeMarcus Lawrence, D Ford, David Clowney. As soon as I hear one of those names, I'm going to say, mail it in, goddamn. We're going to the playoffs now. Ain't nothing going to stop us. Is it Jimmy G's leg is feeling good? I seen him in practice the other day. Look the hell out, NFL. Here we come. Yes.
Right. Because, like, Ronbo, like, truthfully, we really good on the front line. Like, the reason why I picked Cameron Jordan is because, he Wolverine. You know what I mean? We're going to need Wolverine against Sabretooth. You see what I'm saying?
I like that comparison, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I need to ask you, though, because I'm taking a survey, because I'm trying to get Big Show to buy me my number 84 jersey. What did you think about Kendrick Bourne this year? Did he make a lot of improvements? Did he show that he's really a 49er?
Right. Salute to Kendrick Bourne, and Richie James too.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying, I think, Kendrick Bourne, like he earned the spot though.
There you go.
Like, you know what I'm saying. If not, like we going to keep him because, Seattle, y'all not getting Kendrick Bourne and y'all not getting Richie James.
They would pick up Kendrick. That's the kind of guy. Because Kendrick be making them plays. What is that guy that went to the Jets from Seattle that he shouldn't have got rid of, that done a great job for the Jets? Kendrick could feel that dude's role. That dude was always making them crazy, sudden strike catches, boy. All right.
Hold on. He came from the Jets, Ronbo?
Yeah, no. He left. The Hawks used to have him, and then he ended up with the Jets year before last. And I was like, whoa. I always liked that receiver. I said, 49ers, God, they should have picked him up. But, the Jets picked him up. He's a tall receiver, great hands, makes miracle catches, a lot like Bourne does. That's but anyway.
Because Ronbo,
yo,
I always believe this, Ronbo.
Oh.
I'm going to say this is after the Jerry Rice days. You know what I mean? No, I can't say that because Jermaine was there.
Jermaine Curse is what I was trying to think of. Yeah, Jermaine Curse.
Oh, Jermaine Curse.
I always thought he was very good.
He a beast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ronbo.
Thanks, Elias.
I'm going to say this, Ronbo.
Okay.
We always do good. We always do good with tall receivers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I know. Jerry Rice wasn't that tall.
Ronbo, I'm going to stand on that. You know what I'm saying?
Jerry Rice wasn't that tall.
Right. All right, boom. All right, you're right because like he had Montana and he had Steve Young.
That's what it's always about. It's the quarterback. But having a tall receiver is a good thing, though. I ain't got no problem with that. Hey, but we got to stop. Let me see this weekend.
All right, Happy New Year's to everybody. The number one pick in the draft is. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? The number 2 pick, Ronbo. You know what I mean? Number 3, that mean Mr. James Nighthawk, the whole family. I love y'all. Yo.
Nighthawk.
Hey,
Happy New Year. Yeah, I mean.
All right, Ronbo.
I
I love you.
love you back, fam. I'll see you this weekend, all right? All right.
All right.
And Gus V, what a nice thing to say. Oh yeah, bro. Too much. Appreciate it, fam. Andre Garamy says Kittle is a diamond in the rough. With Jimmy and badass wide receiving core and running back, he will only be better. 2 edge rushers. Andre, well, I tell you what, that's it right there. Just those missing pieces. Even 81 says I'm a Rams fan. Kittle is not overrated. There you go. See, you got to recognize that stuff, call it as it is. It's like I would never say Aaron Donald sucks. That would make no sense. You got to give credit where it's due. Aaron Donald is a bad man. He got away with murder today, but he's still a great player. Christian Calderon, today I woke up thinking we would have no injuries or turnovers. Boy, was I know. Blake and Tomlinson. Oh, man. And Nation Warren says, what up, not our empire and our faithful. Season's over, and Kittle was the only thing we could lay our hats on this year. Awesome year, and many more to come. Josh Allen from Kentucky looks good and ready. It's amazing. A lot of us are already assuming that we're not going to get Nick Bosa. I don't know. I'm just still going by the history, though, of John Lynch and the 49er organization. They don't like having high picks in the draft. They look at that as money. They're not worried about the player as much as they are the value and what they can get for it. Now, we're going to be number 2 again like we were when we got Solomon Thomas. They're not going to use it. I'd almost promise you they're not going to use it. Even if we were number 1, they wouldn't use it. 49ers would pick up 4 or 5 picks. Meanwhile, we were sitting there at the end of the year saying, oh, man, look at Saquon Barkley. Coach, man, he's done. We could have had him. You know, it doesn't help. We can whine all we want to. They're still going to trade that pick now. Hey, Linwood.
What's up, Ronbo?
Hey, old Linwood. I'll tell you what, man, I'm just sitting back here and just like you and everybody else, are the 49ers going to take that first-round pick away from us? You know they are, you know? God.
Yeah, well, you know, it all starts with free agency. And the draft is going to be depicted by what we do in free agency.
True, very true.
If we can get who we want in free agency, then we change our role and what we want to get with the draft. Personally, my personal opinion, top free agents for us that would fit us personally.
Mm-hmm.
Trey Flowers, defensive end.
Oh yeah,
young, 26-year-olds.
Yeah,
but he's the best. You line him up right next for you put him beside Defoe. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing: we have to pay Defoe this year, contract year, money.
Yeah, don't wait till next year.
Big money.
Yeah,
big money. Defoe will be our Aaron Donald if you put a solid. Doesn't have to be great, but a solid defensive end next to him, and we have our pass rush set in stone. Trey Flowers fits that bill. Offensive tackle, Carolina Panthers, Darrell Williams, 27, fits that bill.
Free agency. Can you imagine that? Can D-Buck do what J.J. Watt does? Does he have to stay right where? Can he switch positions on that line of scrimmage? I'd love to see him have the freedom to go and get the weakest dude on the line and work him. I think Aaron Donald does that to some degree, too. He switches back and forth, I notice. Not
he
far.
Does,
he stays on the inside, but he doesn't go far. Yeah.
And here's why, personally, I wish that we would go free agent defensive ends. There's a lot of defensive ends in the draft. Everybody's Bosa. I am totally against the Bosa pick. Hands down. I do not want Bosa. He's injury prone, just like his brother. Overrated in my mind. There's better prospects. But if you go Flowers, you put him by Defoe. We trade Armstead. He proved himself this year, but we trade him for some draft capital. Let Contavious Street is going to be a beast. Contavious Street. Everybody forgets that we have them there.
Oh, you're right.
Blair.
I always forget about Contavious.
We got Contavious there, dude. He's going to be a monster. He's what made the defensive end for the Carolina look so good.
Chubb.
Yes, because he was lighting it up. I mean, he was a beast in his own right. So you put him in there. I mean, we got a talented defensive line. So you just get a true pass rusher. Flowers is a proven veteran. He's not a big name caller. We can get him for a really good price because we're going to have to pay Defoe the big money. So that would be my pick. And then go draft Greedy Williams. If we get to the defensive end that we need in free agency, Greedy Williams, lockdown corner on the other side, Sherman on the other side. Let's go. Let's roll.
Oh. And hey, and Rudy's calling all this as fake news. Rudy, let me ask you a question. If you lost Goff and if you lost Gurley to start the season, how good do you think the Rams would be? Give me a break with the stupid statements. Okay, where were we?
Exactly. They'd be about on the same par with us. We lost our starting running back and our star quarterback. So, but our third-string quarterbacks and the rest of our players showed a lot of reserve and talent. Yes, then that's the key thing. A lot of heart, Ronbo. We built a huge bench this year. That's how I look at it.
And made a lot of discoveries, too.
Built. Yes, a lot of discoveries and built a huge bench. So when we get all our true starters back, a few little key acquisitions in there. We already know we got a Pro Bowl superstar tight end for a long time coming. We got the best field goal kicker in the freaking league.
I know. Zerline gets to go to the Pro Bowl every year, but I don't know if he's any better than Robbie Gould. I mean, really.
He's not. Robbie Gould is gold.
That's why we call him.
That's simple, man. 33 out of 34. Like, come on, seriously. Yeah, they weren't all chip shots either.
Wait a minute. Okay. I'm continuing to take the vote. I'm being honest. I'm not campaigning too hard for it. But Kendrick Bourne, did he make any improvements this year?
Kendrick Bourne, in my eyes, is he's not a starter by no measure. First string, second string. But he's a special receiver. He can make stuff happen. He can flash in big plays. If you got a star wide receivers out there, the number one and number two, Marquez is going to take over Goodwin for sure. One. You have Dante Pettis out there too. You put him in there as a number 3 over Trent Taylor was a 0 this year. Richie James shows flashes, but he's more of a punt returner, but he has flash and talent. But Bourne has a lot of ability, but he's not a true starter. I mean, you go through the whole year, he was splash play.
And that's
never
what
a true solid.
That's his role, though. You know, they don't. Kendrick's not going to be on it. He's not going to get a lot of snaps every game, but when he gets in there, amazingly, he makes mistakes on occasion, but amazingly, he always comes up with that highlight reel catch. This is what I like about him.
Clutch play, highlight play, and he's good in the red zone.
Yeah, he's got more touchdowns.
And he's
Kendrick
for
have
his small little stature. He's small stature as that, but he's good in the red zone. That's what I said. He's not a true starter for us, but those splash plays.
Yeah.
He's like how would I relate him? I'm trying to think of he's like the Beasley from the Cowboys.
Yeah.
You throw him in little pass plays. This thing he's quicker and he's fast, but he's got great hands when the ball's thrown in his area for the most part.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't think you can buy Bourne's jersey anyway. So Big Show, you're going to get out of that anyhow. I don't think the 84 jersey is even available. I've never seen it available. I'm going to shop to see if I can find it, though. I have no shame. I will wear Kendrick Bourne's shirt.
I know. I mean, what do you get, 2 touchdowns today? I mean, I'm proud to say he's part of our team for sure. I don't want to lose him by no measure.
Yeah.
One? Was it one?
I know he got
didn't get to watch the game. I was listening to play-by-play by Ronbo Sports. So.
Yeah, thanks. You know what, though? He should have had 2. Nick missed him one time. I think he would have circled back. He'd already taken the wide receiver all the way to the edge, to the sideline. I think Kendrick would have cut that back upfield because the idiot followed him in the wrong angle. If Kendrick makes that play, he cuts that back toward the middle. I think he gets a touchdown. But that's history. Linwood, we got
it. It is indeed.
Yeah, we got to go. Let me see you this Friday, huh? Be back there.
Yes, sir. So before I get off here, what is the Ronbo Sports schedule looking like for the new year?
You know, it's like starting this week is going to be Friday, and then starting from next week, back to Sunday gatherings, Monday Night Raw. And this is the time of year when sudden news will come up. We'll just open up the chat. Oh, the 49ers, they did it, guys. But we talked about Jadeveon Clowney. We got Jadeveon Clowney. You got to have those emergency meetings. So
Excellent. That's what I was getting at. Not just for me, but for all the other listeners out there listening to Ronbo Sports. And for the ones that are listening, hit those likes, fam. Hit those likes.
Thanks, Linwood. Happy New Year, Linwood. I'll see you this weekend.
Happy New Year to you, and Happy New Year to all the 49er Empire.
Yeah.
Ooh. Bring the New Year in strong, baby.
Yes.
Proud 49ers.
Yeah. Oh, man. And Gary says, Brandon Graham, C.J. Mosley, haha Clinton. If your mom and dad named you haha, and you got to go through, unless you're really a big kid, that's really setting you up. Golden Tate, my free agency picks. Golden Tate? Remember Golden Tate already said he'd like to play with the 49ers a couple of years ago? Anyway, Big Show, you're lucky. I don't believe Kendrick's I don't believe his jersey's available. But you know and refuse to admit it, Kendrick Bourne is going to be a part of a championship team going forward. Stop acting like he's not worth anything. It's not nice and it's inaccurate. Michael Desat says, have a Happy New Year. Thanks, Mike. Happy New Year to you too, fam. And Tommy Arcade, you can't just leave Jimmy Garoppolo behind center, too, with no protection. Our offensive line is in serious need. This is no joking, man. No, that's true. Kyle has I don't know what Kyle's, maybe it's because of the run game. Kyle's got to go back to them big rollouts that you've seen Matty Ice in all the time. And play action. We're doing too much standing under center. That's not Kyle's. There must be a reason why he hasn't done that. And I suspect because the run game doesn't roll well. You don't have a lot of weak sisters on that offensive line right now. When you figure Mike McGlinchey, that's as legit as it gets. And Joe Staley on the other side, it doesn't get. Thomason was doing a great job. You know, against the Bears, that Thomason gave up, out of 40 snaps, he gave up one pressure. Now, Weston Richburg, Kyle seems to think is going to get better. So I don't know about him. Person's got to be replaced. If I could get Kyle to understand, let Thomason play the right side, put Joshua Garnett on the other side, and let's go. Hey, Will.
Ronbo, what's up, man?
Oh, Will, man, I just wish I knew what was coming up next. Plus, I get all excited about it right now with George Kittle doing what he did today. 49ers are rolling, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be a hot year next year. If we could not lose the entire first string by week 5, we're going to be tough.
Oh man, I'm really happy for Kittle, man. You know, Kittle deserved it, man. He worked his tail off this off season, man. This whole season, so I'm real proud of him, man. He deserved that. Yeah, man. I just want to say I'm just glad this season's over with, and it's time to move on to 2019 season. So
yeah,
I'm very looking forward to that. So we all ready to, keep refreshing that 49ers page to see what names are going to be popping up, what names are going to be rumored out to be, and all that. Yeah. But yeah, man. I just want to say that offense, man. The offense going into 2019 is going to be great. I mean, we're going to get everybody back. Hopefully, by the grace of God, nobody gets hurt throughout, next season. So we can go ahead and
to lose every damn body. Garcon. Goodwin played part of a season. Jimmy G goes down. Jerick McKinnon gone. Matty B is like limping through the whole season. Oh, man. How does that happen?
Man, it's to me, I think it was bad luck. because it's just very weird that all of those guys went down like that. Like you just don't see that. I mean, I haven't seen a team to go through many injuries like that before. Like I don't know, it was like really really weird. So
Damn.
I don't know. I mean, it happened, so we might as well just go ahead and just let that just go. It's behind us now, so it's time to restart. I want to also give a shout out to the Niners today too, man. They didn't give up, man. You know, we were down a lot of points, but we came back and fought, and you know, we lost by what, a little over 10 points or something like that.
You know, the funny thing about it is, the 49ers, and you know they start playing a little bit better in the second half. Whenever they're getting beat up like that, they always play a little better in the second half. Even when we lost to the Chiefs, we were coming back in the second half. It's very interesting how the 49ers do that. And the defense muscled up against the Chiefs in the second half. So there's something really strange about how this team starts off like that and doesn't. If they start fast as they finish, they'd be winning a lot more games, even with all these injuries.
Right. That right there just shows you that Kyle Shanahan is a great coach, man. And like I said, Jay York made the right choice of getting him. So, but on to the offseason, man. Like the defense has to go through a lot of reconstruction, and we have to make whatever decision we make this offseason for the defense. They has to be the right choice. Me, I know everybody's talking about the draft and the pass rush. But me, I'm all about free agency, man. We only got 5 picks in the draft, and we may get more, you know, maybe let some guys go or whatnot. But me, man, I'm all about free agency, man. I really want 2 veteran edge rushers on both, you know, on both sides, the right side
proven
and the left
guys.
side.
I agree.
I mean, proven. Like, I would love to see Frank Clark on one side and Fowler on the other side. I would love that.
Or D Ford, who's got forced a lot of fumbles this year. Whew.
Right. Yeah, that would be great. And also a veteran corner. Like I say, we need a veteran corner that can play on the opposite side of Sherman, man. We gotta have a veteran corner. And we gotta get Earl Thomas to play with us, man. We gotta get that man what he wants. Whatever he wants, we gotta give it to him. We gotta have Earl Thomas, man.
And you know something, Will? We might be one of the only few teams that can afford Earl Thomas, because the Dallas cannot afford Earl, unless Earl wants to take a pay cut just because he wants to be back in Texas. But you look at the 49ers, they've got a lot of cap. The Jets have a lot of cap. But does Earl want to play in New York with the Jets? See,
No. Because he's gonna want to be in a system where he knows it. Right, and he got Sherman in San Fran, and I mean, if Sherman can somehow sit down with him and see if he can get him over here, man, that would be a huge bonus, because him and Sherman working together again would be great, man, and that will also bring more knowledge to the young guys in the secondary. Because you got Sherman now bringing in the knowledge. If you got Earl Thomas bringing in knowledge from a safety standpoint, that would add more knowledge to the young guys in the secondary. So that would be a huge plus, man. That's why I say that 49ers offseason has to be focused on defense. Now, regarding to the offensive line, we may need another legit offensive lineman. Maybe we can get one in the draft, and maybe we can get one. Right, because he's okay, but I mean, sometimes he has his strong days and sometimes he has his weak days, man. Because sometimes offensive lineman, person.
Oh.
So sometimes he have his strong days and sometimes he have his weak days, man. Some games he's a monster, and some days he's a marshmallow, you know.
Like he was today. He cannot. I think he's afraid of Aaron Donald, but Joshua Garnett ain't. I have got a lot of faith in Joshua Garnett. I hope the 49ers bring him back. I don't know if they're going to. Well, he's got 1 more year in his contract, I think. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, I mean, Garnett would be a great addition because the games that he has been in, he showed out. He did good.
He?
So yeah,
every one. Well, we got to go.
Right.
I'll look for you this weekend. Okay.
Okay. Hey, you know about the 2019 season? They already got it posted up about who we playing next season.
Already?
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to go look at that. I've not checked that out yet.
Yeah, we play. We got going up against the AFC North and the hold on one moment. Let me pull it up right quick for you.
The Ravens.
Yeah, yo, I got it. The AFC North and the NFC South. That's who we playing next year. The AFC North and the NFC South, along with our division game.
Hey, make the Saints come to us this time, though. Anyway, we'll get into this next week, though. All right, or this weekend, actually. All right, fam.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
All right, man.
All right.
All right.
You know what? I gotta tell you, fam. Here's the thing. The schedule we had this year was the right schedule. This year's schedule was the perfect schedule to get into the playoffs. This was basically, the schedule started off a little tough, but all we needed to go in the first half was 4-4. Had it all figured out. The second half, West Coast games, no East Coast travel. A lot of them are at home. We didn't make it. The next year's schedule is no way in hell it's going to be as easy as this year's schedule was. God, I'm so bothered by that. Every last guy has to go down. Every last player has to go down. Why? Oh, God. Kenny says, even with a loss, Rudy can't break our spirit. The Empire is excited because we got George Kittle. You busy. Niners! Rudy has his own set of problems. So I don't care what he says, because if he thinks that team is good enough to go anywhere beyond the first round, he's delusional. The Rams, as you look at all the teams in the playoff picture right now, one of the weakest teams in there is the Rams. They've lost to half the teams in there. Hey, and Deshaun.
Yes, sir.
Deshaun. I think we took a few last week, weren't we? Deshaun was up.
Man. Oh, that Aaron Donald, man, just sickens me, man.
I know.
But I'm gonna tell you, Joshua Garnett, since he's been in lineup, Aaron Donald been shut down.
I know. It got awfully quiet over there with 90. What's his number? Is he 99? And all of a sudden it got kind of quiet. And he wasn't getting double teamed. He got double teamed 15 times. But I noticed he didn't get double teamed all the time. Who was that? Yeah.
It was Josh Garnett. Josh Garnett, he blocked two linemen. One of them was coming up towards Nick Mullens. He blocked him, and Nick Mullens completed the pass. That's the guy we need, Ronbo.
I'm a huge Garnett fan now, because wait, I'm seeing that play now. You know what pisses me off about it? Aaron Donald, after he hits the sack, he's laughing and waving to the crowd. I'm starting to like him now because he's a clown. But go ahead.
Yeah, he always a class clown, but he didn't get the record. That's
No,
I'm worried about that.
He's too short.
Well,
3. I think he missed it. He only got 1 sack today, right?
Right.
Yeah, he needed 3.5. Yeah. So yeah, basically he got contained.
Yes, he did. But I tell you what, who did contain? That was George Kittle, my man, 13,000 yards, baby.
Yep. Yep.
You talking about? Let's go with the Russ Francis, Vernon Davis, Brent Jones. What's his name?
Gronkowski.
Yes, sir. Woo, boy. Let's talk about it.
Tell you, it is a wonderful thing.
Yes, it is. But Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne. I think he's gonna be like, you remember Josh? What's his name? Josh Morgan. Remember Josh Morgan? It took him about at least 2 years to get to the flow of the offense. And I think he's just like Josh Morgan. He's gonna merge. I think he's gonna merge your star.
Kendrick's going to be that specialty kind of guy. One thing about Kendrick, he runs razor-sharp routes. That's what his strength is. And he'll lose a defender. If you get Kendrick's timing right, he can be very dangerous. So that's when guys like Jimmy G will get that timing, and he will use them. Same with Dante Pettis. We got some guys that run nasty routes. And all it takes is a little while to get that down. And the 49ers, man, that offense will be clicking. Man. And then you got George, who's going to make everything easier for everybody. And that's why I do want I got to have Marquise back again. That speedster in your lineup is absolutely essential to Kyle Shanahan's offense, and any offense for that matter. I mean, look at the Chiefs with Tyreek Hill. He's the one who makes that go. You take Tyreek Hill out of that offense, and you got a different offense.
That's true. But see, our situation is not like Kansas City. We're still moving the football. We're not punting like we used to. We're still moving the football, even when Mullens is going out of the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Did you remember that?
Yeah. It just complements, but it gets even more effective if you got the right quarterback. Now, Nick Mullens is going to be okay, and he's got to grow some more. People have to understand Nick is very good for where he is in his career. Nick is basically a rookie, and I thought he did quite well for a rookie, really well. So let him grow, get better, and look out now.
Yes, he is. You know he needs to work on the red zone. He missed a lot of targets in the red zone. Once he gets that red zone good, he's going to be an issue too.
Yeah, see that the game's got to slow down a little bit more from when things are happening out there that quick. Nick's reads will pick up because he's pretty good at that already. That's just a matter of repetition. He'll get that down. I got faith in him there because he processes very good.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And another thing too, he needs to get more out of the pocket. See what Jimmy G just did. Jimmy G, he buys more time. That's a problem. A lot of kids gonna be facing when he starts buying them more time. It's gonna be hard to stop us. If Nick Mullens contribute to that, I'm telling you, we're gonna be hard to stop. All we need is the edge rusher. That's all we need.
And I don't know if Earl is coming. I don't know that the 49ers are going to see that as being an economical pick. If they're looking to do that, I'd like to see, because I'm wondering, who do you get rid of if you bring in Earl Thomas to Deshaun, who's you kicking to the curb?
Whew. I don't like Earl Thomas. He's from Seattle.
Richard Sherman from Seattle.
I like Earl with him. Yeah, but I'm trying to still get on with it. But I like Eric Woodard from San Diego Chargers. That guy is a beast. That guy comes up, he makes tackles. Yeah. He's a good blitzer and also he can cover. I like Eric Woodard. He's more nastier. If you put him back there along with what's number 30, Harris. Put him back there with Harris.
Marcel, yeah.
DJ Reed. Marcel Harris, yes. Yeah.
Deshaun,
put DJ Reed at the slot corner.
Yeah.
We're going to be good.
I tell you. Well, Deshaun, Happy New Year. I'll be looking for you this Friday, okay?
Yes, sir. Happy New Year to you, too.
Thanks, man. Talk to you later. Have a good night, too.
All right.
All right. Yes, that Big Show is still pointing out that Kendrick Bourne has dropped more situational balls thrown to him and only picked up 428 yards in 2 years. That doesn't deserve a jersey. So, you can nitpick and find anything you want wrong with Kendrick Bourne. He's a decent receiver. He'll be a role player, yes. But, man, it's hard to talk about Kendrick Bourne in a bad light. And there's GB Bull. What is this? Is this a double team? Ronbo did blame Kendrick for half of Jimmy G's INTs. Did a ball bounce off of Kendrick one or two times? I do remember Kendrick being the reason for one. But Kendrick also made some spectacular catches. I'll never get over that one he made against the Titans when I kept wondering, where's the ball? Jimmy put the ball is this big, and Jimmy G put the ball through it, the hole. I don't know how Kendrick Bourne made that catch, but I've been a fan of his ever since. Because when he came up with the ball and stood up, who is this guy? because I remember in Kansas City Chiefs, we played in preseason. I thought he was okay. He's preseason. I wouldn't take it really serious. Next year shows up, and all of a sudden, okay, I guess as soon as we lost one receiver, Kendrick Bourne came in, I guess I see what it is that Kyle likes about this kid. Kind of interesting. So Kendrick Bourne to continue to grow. He grew some this year. I'll tell you, those spectacular catches make me crazy. So he was a rookie. You're not going to excuse him for that. That's fine. He'll continue. He's looked better this year than he did in his rookie year. Next year, I want to see what it looks like. Hey, it's Trey VA, one half of the TNT Connection. He's not going to let us be warm and cuddly. I can tell you that right now.
Finally. And I do mean finally. It is that time, Brother Ronbo. How are we doing, sir?
Trey, man, the season's over. You're right. It is that time. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pick up the pieces, put the Band-Aids on.
This, after everything that we've done, shout out to one half of the tag team champions, my brother Trez, Ronbo.
Yes.
Hope your holidays were good, sir. Hope everything was
food, like everybody else,
was great. You know, yeah, I mean, just a great time. Ronbo, I need an immediate installment.
You can get it, too.
If you do.
And
please,
now,
sir.
It's an after the game, let me holler at you. And these are appropriately so.
You know what? It is the end of the season. So the season's over. We're done. We're on to 2019. John Lynch, I want you on notice. I don't trust you. I want you fired. I'm saying it right now. You have had damn near almost $200 million in 2 seasons. You haven't brought over one quality free agent that's been in his prime. It's been old guys, Richard Sherman,
good point.
Malcolm Smith.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or it's been mediocre guys like Weston Richburg, you know, Kyle Fumblecheck. I mean, Juszczyk, whatever you want. I mean, I love Juice, but he fumbles a lot. He fumbles a lot, Ronbo. He fumbles a lot. He fumbles a lot, Ronbo.
And always key.
Like, I don't even like. I'm gonna be honest with you. Kyle gets too cute with that shit because you can hand the ball to Jeff Wilson for 1 yard. Why are we running a fullback that likes to fumble?
Anyway, Jeff.
But do you trust John Lynch? That's what I want to know. Do you trust John Lynch? Because I don't.
Trey, somebody else is telling him what to do. I don't think these are his decisions.
I don't trust him, Ronbo. I don't trust him. This guy drafted a guy at number 3 off of his relationship because they took a course in school together.
You're right about that.
Okay.
I do have an issue with that. I really do.
I have a major issue with that. A major issue with that, you know. But I don't trust you in free agency. This is too huge. We could turn our team around with this. And I want somebody that's done this before. And so it's not going to happen. I know it's not. But I need you guys to be on alert for this. Like, watch John Lynch. Watch what he's doing. Because he's getting a major pass for a lot of things that are happening on him. He did not get us a pass rusher. Ronbo, we said this last year, didn't we? Same time last year, didn't we?
I've been crying about this since 2014.
We got to get, so 365. So 365, we've been complaining about the same thing. You see what I mean? Yep. Do you trust him to negotiate with Earl Thomas and land somebody like that? I don't. Do you trust him to land one of these big pass rushers? I don't.
Yeah.
He's going to get us some jobber, some past his prime guy. He's going to get us Ziggy Ansah, who always gets hurt. And he's going to pay him a lot of money.
I'll sign that petition if Ziggy Ansah walks into Santa Clara. Because John just signed him. I'm going to help you circulate that petition. Ziggy has not played 10 games. Has he put together 10 games yet?
I don't know.
His entire career.
Because we criticize Saleh. But you know what? Here's a funny thing. We'll get to that in a second, too. But we criticize Saleh so much, right? But we don't say, like, John Lynch gets to sit there, get a shot at John Lynch at the end of every game. He's a front runner. He's on the field when we win. He's hiding somewhere where we lose. He's a front runner.
The camera always finds him, though.
Always. No.
They didn't find him.
I mean, what qualified you to be a GM anyway? Because you were a commentator. Like I'm boiling mad about this. But we're gonna. I
can see that.
So all right. No, because now that the season's over, the best you could do is Cassius Marsh. That's the best you could do. So But let's go to Robert Saleh, because Robert, I heard a dirty little rumor the last 2 weeks when I was, this program is a great program because you have the ability to influence the masses, Ronbo. And I knew it your heart of hearts. I heard a dirty little rumor that Robert Saleh's defense had turned the corner. Was that true? Was that true? Was that true? I thought I saw 31 points at halftime.
Not turn the corner, but they went up at least a level from what they were. Because, Trey, they used to be complete ass. Yeah. Now they're just partial ass.
Now they just a little bit of crust in your drawers ass.
There you go. See, at least that's progress.
This is terrible, Ronbo. This is terrible, Ronbo. Now look, a lot of good guys have been fired. Todd Bowles, Steve Wilkes. There's going to be a few defensive coordinators out there this year. You see what I mean? Like
I would pick up Todd Bowles, but I don't know if Todd wants to come and be anybody's DC.
That's all I'm saying. Just think about it. Hey, look, Todd Bowles. The one thing we can't do, Ronbo.
Did Todd? Is it official? Did they fire him already today?
Oh, yeah, he's been fired. It's over. Yeah, that came across the wire.
I haven't read anything yet.
It's over.
Holy
shit. But this is the thing.
Wilkes?
We're not going to do it too long. But this is the thing, though. We're not going to win this division if we can't beat the Rams.
I know.
And this defense that Saleh's running is getting worked every year by the Rams. What are the average scores when we play them? Like 45 points? Like that's what we give up? Send Todd here. I know Todd's going to blitz that ass every play if he has to. Every play. Every play.
Bulls does like to send that blitz. I agree.
But he has a scheme behind it. It's not just like guys are like, Todd has a scheme behind his blitz pressures. Like, it's not just like aimlessly. So those are two things I just wanted you to think about, Ronbo. Because, John Lynch he's underqualified. He's underqualified. John Lynch is underqualified. And we're going to have plenty of time to talk about it, but we had to get a little bit raw tonight because this, we can't even begin to think about the guys we want to get.
Well, Trey, I tell you what, let's continue this weekend. Trey, is that your house or what's going on?
No, that ain't me. That's not me. Somebody else must wanted to jump in here. It might be John Lynch. John, is that you? Is that you, John? Want to come in here and explain?
It's somebody you know and love. We all know and love.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Trez?
Am I in? Hold up. Is it hold up? Wait a minute time.
Yeah, we've been hearing
you. Better shut the fuck up. I'm way more than qualified to do my job. You better not tell me what I'm doing.
Trez, what kind of company you keeping, man? Who was that?
Oh, that's the fella here, Ron, but we're here kicking it in my office.
Hey, tell me talking about everything but the 49.
You hear me here, Ron?
I know. It sounds like a hostile environment.
Yeah, they're Falcon fans, Ron, but these little Falcon fans. Yeah.
They got a lot to cry about, too.
What's up? Oh, yeah. Robert, I just wanted to, let me come in and clean up where my partner left off at. By the way, Happy New Year to you, the staff, and everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
A shout out
Happy New Year, Trez.
My tag team partner. Happy New Year to him. Happy New Year to Vader, Sahel, the whole crew, Kenny, everybody. Now let's get down to business, Ronbo. Tar Hill was fired. We need to bring him in immediately. We need not wait. We need our off season has started now, so
absolutely.
We need to be getting the ball rolling. Okay, we need to be getting the ball rolling. Robert Saleh needs to go. Yeah, like my partner said, he heard a little dirty little rumor that the defense had turned the corner.
Well, I've never used that term myself. I saw improvement about that corner being turned. I don't know about all that though.
Yeah. Okay. And it's for Kendrick.
Yeah.
Kendrick, he played in good spots. He was okay in spots this year. Not to say that he had a great year, because he only was targeted so many times.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell Show, who's adding up his yards.
Right.
I mean, if he was playing on every snap, okay, thank you. All right.
Right. When you only get so many targets, you only can make do with
so many plays, right?
Yeah.
Show.
So many plays, right? So he was okay, and he doesn't need to be cut. What does need to happen with Kendrick is Kendrick in the offseason need to put on about 10 more pounds a month.
We got a lot of guys that need to put some size on. And take Dante Pettis to that same store and buy the same groceries. They got to eat, man. I agree.
Yeah.
Too thin.
They got They got to get strong. I want to see our team be as physical as when I seen Juice go up the hole and knock 4 Rams completely to the goddamn depth.
And hurt one of them, too.
Oh, did you see it, Ronbo? He went to concussion protocol. That's what I'm talking about.
I saw that blue tip.
That's the 49ers way.
Yes.
That's physical. You know what I'm saying? That's physical.
Woo!
But yeah, so yeah, we got to get started, man. And as far as the draft is concerned, man, look, my whole thing is we got to bring in better free agencies, man. Like my partner said it best. Who have we brought in free agency wise that was worth a damn? I mean, nobody hardly.
We have plenty of money, Ronbo. We have plenty of money.
Yeah,
plenty of money.
No argument here.
So it starts there, and that's going to determine what we do with that number 1 pick. Although I think we're going to use it. I really do. I think we're going to use that pick. I don't think we trade back. I don't think so.
You know how many people would be happy if they would do that? Because boy, and for a change, trade the second round pick if you insist on trading for picks. You know, can we have the best player available? But Trez, you're right though. If they get the free agent off the edge that they want, they'll get the best player available with that pick, and I think we'd all be happy with that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's all I had, Ronbo. You know what I'm saying? Partner, you got anything else you want to add before we conclude?
For your time tonight, sir. I am sorry that I was so upset.
Before we conclude,
I've been holding that all season, and I've been waiting.
This is why.
Hey,
this
Ronbo,
place
one more thing.
Bit.
Hey, Ronbo, one more thing. Did you see McGlinchey get his ass handed to him today, though? Oh my God, man!
You know,
hey,
listen,
Joe is a beast, man.
No, but also,
McGlinchey couldn't handle it.
I do not know what Kyle or whoever the offensive line. You go make. I got my tackle coming over to try to stop a man that's getting past the guard. McGlinchey ain't got no time to get over there. I got mad at that.
Rombo, we got to stop running play action against Aaron Donald, and we got to stop doing that immediately.
Yeah,
like that's like you got guys actually pulling on play action, and then a tackle or a tight end trying to block Aaron. All right,
that's too late.
We'll talk about that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the best thing you do is set a tight end back there, and hopefully he can. But tight end ain't gonna have a split second because Aaron's gonna throw him around like a rag doll. Damn.
You know what good teams do when they play the Rams? They actually put the center and the guard on him every play. Like no matter where he line up. If you line up to the left, right guard, center. You line up to the right, left guard, center. But hopefully we'll figure that out, Ronbo. Thanks for the platform. Thanks for what you've done all season. We can't wait for Monday Night Raw to come back because
it's coming back too.
Turn up this
yes, indeed. Next Monday we're back.
Yes, sir, Ronbo. And we're gonna close out 2018 and may everybody prosper in 2019. The whole 90 Empire. And we're gonna holler, Ronbo. We'll see you in the new year.
Hey guys, you know what? Can I get you to do me a favor? Well, you and Trez go back and forth for just about 1 minute so I can take a quick break. I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I definitely. No, because we can talk about this. You know.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
I just want to renounce my familyhood. Kirk Cousins is no longer my family. Okay, I don't know what he pulled today, but that wasn't anything that I signed up for. I'll take that on the chin, guys. As far as maybe we shouldn't have dumped a bunch of money his way.
Hey, bro, what up, man?
What's up, fellas? What's up, fellas? Hey, look, does anybody have a prospect that they really thinking about? I'm gonna tell you right now. Second overall pick,
Neil Harry.
Neil Harry.
It's HBK, y'all.
I think for sure Neil
HBK,
Harry.
What's up, man? What's up?
Josh Allen.
Yeah, man. I think we should go after that dude Oliver. What I think about him, man?
Ed Oliver. I'm gonna be honest with you. If we're gonna do a defensive tackle, I want Quentin Williams. I want somebody that's gonna be a freaking destroyer or a monster in the middle, collapse that pocket.
Either one is good.
But I can't see us spending that on a defensive tackle, especially when we missed on a defensive tackle recently. So.
Well, what about your boy Bosa? How you feel about him?
I'm a fan of Nick Bosa. The only problem with Nick Bosa that I feel is that if we were to get him, then a lot of fans will be wondering if he misses a game, is this going to be it? If he has a little back stiffness and tightness, I think he's out of football shape. Like, he hasn't played
Oh,
football.
you're talking about, like,
year.
if he's going to be, if he got like a little deeper mentality or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, no, not even the diva mentality. Like, guys like him are, like, akin to having soft core tissue injuries for whatever reason. So he's gonna have a thigh or a back or a hernia or growing. So he's always gonna have nagging injuries.
Always. And Dante, you guys supposed to be talking about Dante Pettis, am I right?
No, we're talking about edge rushers.
Oh, edge rushers, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what up, Ronbo? JPK, man.
All right. Tell you what, guys.
Appreciate you, Ronbo. Thanks, man.
All right, Ronbo, we appreciate you,
brother.
man.
I love you guys,
we
man.
out of here. Have a good one, Ronbo. Happy New Year.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, everybody be safe out there, man. Enjoy your time.
All right.
Happy New Year.
All right, fam. Happy New Year. See you guys this weekend. Oh, man. All right. Hey, Felix. HBK, hold on, man. Felix.
What's up, sir? How you doing, sir?
Felix, man, I just sort of enjoying that, like somebody said earlier, we don't have to suffer anymore as the 2018 season has passed away and we're burying it right now. So we can stop with the suffering week after week. Oh, God.
It was. I mean, it started with the quarterback. Well, it started with the running back. I mean, you know what? Even if the running back went down, we had a decent quarterback.
Yes.
And C.J. Beathard didn't make it any better. I mean, we should. I wonder what would have been if we had put Nick Mullens in earlier.
And he'd have more experience, too.
More. And then, you know something? And George Kittle, he's a beast. Whenever you have a player, because George Kittle, he no matter who the quarterback was, he's putting up numbers. And that's how you know you have a great player.
Yes.
That's how you know you have a great player. I'm gonna be honest with you, Ronbo. Garcon need to go. Earl Mitchell need to go.
He is.
Hart need to go.
Take Malcolm Smith with him.
He need to go. Jimmy Ward need to go.
Jimmy's gone.
And we got some things that we need to really, really plunge into free agency this year. We really, really do. Because I mean, we got to put some more pieces around Butler. We got to put some more pieces around him, and we need to get a playmaker. And I'm starting to, as far as Goodwin, I'm on the fence with him. I really am, because it seems like when he had the injury at the beginning of the year, it was then the week after that was something else. The week after that was something else. So we got more guys spending time on the injured list than on the playing field. Or supposed to be our experienced guys.
That was the story of 2018. Oh.
So, I mean, we got to – I don't even know – what do you feel about Saleh? Do you think we need to bring in Todd Bowles for our defense? Do you think we need something else there?
No, I'm one of the few people that I'm not blaming Saleh. If this year, if they add a couple of more elements and Saleh his defense still looks the same, okay, then I'm ready. But I feel like Saleh is like in a sword fight with a toothpick, you know? I mean, he ain't got a ghost of a chance to win with the kind of players he. Although, I got to tell you, Felix, it was interesting tonight. Somebody pointed out that it seems that Kyle went over and asked Robert a question, and Robert threw his arms like that, what do you want me to do type of thing, you know? So there may be a little frustration going on there. We'll see. If the 49ers call up Todd and ask him, does he want to take over the 49ers, I wonder if he would say okay, or would he be, I'm a head coach. I'm not a DC anymore. I just don't know what's going to happen with that.
Well, look, you need a job, right? So if you need a job, then
you need to call Felix.
You know, right? Yeah. You need a job. But I mean, and I was hearing what the guy said about John Lynch. I just think it's to me, it's funny because every time you bring up players being traded, John Lynch say we made a pitch for this person, pitch for that person, and we didn't get anybody. Like for Khalil Mack, and then for the guy for Dante Fowler. So why are we not getting players to come to the 49ers?
How do you come up short every time? Yeah.
Yeah, how are you coming up short to the game every time? Are you not offering more, or what's going on? But I just think that this year was supposed to be a come-up year, and it wasn't. So with the quarterback with Garoppolo coming back, and there was the emergence of George Kittle, we got to put some playmakers. We got to put playmakers on. I think, to me personally, I think the secondary is not too bad. But if we can get more pressure up front, I think that'll cause turnovers.
That's the way it works. That's the way it works.
Because the secondary in actuality got a little bit better. The defense wasn't bad or whatever. But maybe, like I said, we got to shake something. I mean, okay, if it means that Saleh has to go, then, just to shake it up a little bit, because we can't keep doing this and, we can't, we're confident with him. He's doing a good job. The hell you say? He ain't. So get rid of that bum. Bring in Todd Bowles. Yeah. I mean, something has to change. We need a big shake-up somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, the Cardinals had a great defense when Todd Bowles was there. I have no problem whatsoever with Todd Bowles. All I would do is, if you're going to bring anybody in, please give him some personnel to work with. See, because this every year, watching the quarterback sitting back there, taking his time and picking. I was so sick of Jared Goff today getting the 49ers pressured him maybe 2 or 3 times today. That's not going to get it done.
And, like I said, we got Buckner, defensive player, but we need some more either. So they're talking about Josh Allen from Kentucky. You're talking about Bosa. But we got to get more stout up front. We got to get more pressure. We got to get more pressure up front. And like I said,
did you see Solomon Thomas today? I just realized. Was he playing today?
I thought he was. Was he? I mean, you know what, Ronbo? I'm gonna give the man a pass today. I'm gonna give him a pass.
Let me see the stats. I want to read the stats. I want to see. I forgot about Solomon. I usually complain about Solomon T every game. Solomon had 4 tackles too. Okay, well he was out there. Okay, all right.
But that Warner is something else though.
14 tackles. 14 tackles today. And Elijah Lee was right. See, this is why I say people are saying we need another linebacker. I don't know if Elijah Lee needs replacing.
No, Malcolm Smith. You get rid of Malcolm Smith.
Yeah, you get rid of Malcolm.
He can go. We have some pieces in place. I'm gonna give Solomon Thomas a pass just because reading the story about his sister.
Yeah,
I know they had some. So I'm gonna give him. But next year, dude, you got to ball, bro.
Yeah, he's coming back next year. I just want him to hurry up and measure up. Because come on, Solomon, we picked you up number 3 in the draft, man. You can do better than this.
Right. I mean, and for the most part, the draft pick that we've had. Okay, George Kittle has been probably the most surprising 5th round pick. He balled as a tight end, but we've had some really high draft picks, and nobody has really made that difference yet. Mr. Slapperhole's not there no more. Ruben, he can go. He's gone. So
listen, but Felix, we got to stop. But listen, I'm gonna bring that same line of fun back Friday, because we'll be getting starting back up again. I'm trying to see if we can get to
why you laughing, Mr. Slapperhole? Yeah, Mr. Slapperhole.
Yeah.
Okay, I will.
Ruben Slapperhole. That's his last name from now on. All right,
fam. What you say, Mr. Captain Slapperhole? What was
it? It sounds like a tribe, and then a tribe way back in the other part of the mountains nobody knew about. you got you.
That's a good one.
Oh, God. Hey, and by the way, I'm not making any fun of any of the natural-born citizens of America. I'm just saying the name because I always made a thing. I had to think about Arapaho, Navajo, and now we got Ruben Foster starting a whole new tribe of Slappaho. Hey, we're going to get in trouble. It's violence against women. Stop it, Phoenix. All right, Phoenix, I'll see you Friday.
All right, bye.
God. Listen, HBK.
Oh boy!
God.
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, it's like that I think I need a little joy and laughter in my life.
Yeah, I know.
It's the season that we had,
especially for the season we just had.
Again, I mean, it's like, I guess to your point, we're not advocating violence towards women, but it was. I mean, but I have to admit that was kind of funny, though. I mean, it's just joke. It's all the fun.
HBK.
I mean,
it's one of those things.
To my nines and sisters.
Yeah. Right. It's one of those things in public. If you get surprised by it, but you're not supposed to laugh at that. But if you got surprised by it, like I just did, then you go ahead and you laugh because you can't believe you said that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's my nana brother, my nana sisters. I mean, it's like please don't take offense. So we were just messing around, but
yeah, we did. We do not advocate that.
I mean, we were just sitting there clowning Ruben Foster. That's
right.
all it is.
It's Ruben.
But
God.
Yeah. I mean, but aside from that, man, it's like, let me congratulate my man George Kittle on setting the NFL season record for receiving yards by tight end. That's kind of like I guess a light at the end of the tunnel for us. And I mean, it's like actually Kittle could have had 2 records. He could have had Shannon Sharp's record. He was 5 yards off of that. And I mean, so it's like this right here was a bad year for George Kittle. But at the same time, finally our misery is over. Our season misery is over. So now we can finally focus on getting back to being the team that we need to be and we want to be. And at the same time, man, it's like it's like I know how you feel about this, Ronbo. I mean, I think we've talked about it a little ad nauseum or whatnot. But it's like in order to be a playoff team, man, we got to see some cash, man. I ain't talking about mortgage to farm or mortgage the future and stuff, but I mean, we got let our balls hang out, man. Let our nuts hang. If we're serious about trying to make a push and trying to contend with the Rams, I mean, because we're like, like a JV team compared to the Rams. I mean, it's like, and at the same time, it's like there's no such thing. I am a firm believer. There's no such thing as the easy schedule. It's just you go out and you play and you win. I mean, that's the bottom line. There is no such thing as an easy schedule anymore. That myth, as far in my mind, is gone. There is no easy schedule anymore.
When I speak about a schedule, a lot of times you play teams. Let's say next year we play Tampa Bay, we play the Jets, we play Cincinnati. What thing is, somehow you go down through the schedule from teams that are still struggling from last year. This doesn't have to be the case, though, because you could run into a buzzsaw that got better all of a sudden. Like, who thought the Chicago Bears was going to kill everybody like they're doing this year? But it was because they added that piece. They were pretty good coming into the season, but Khalil Mack just made them just crazy good. That defense is just ruthless.
True. And at the same time, I think Carolina's coming to North Carolina. But, and by me being at least like 2 hours away from. And by me being 2 hours away from Charlotte, I mean, I can make that game easy, But, I mean, that's neither here nor there. We're going to talk about as far as us, getting better. Now, as far as, like, Pierre Garçon, okay, love you, Pierre, but, you're gone. You're out. As far as Marquise Goodwin, man, I mean, he's a cool dude, but for some reason I'm starting to lose my faith in him to a certain degree because it's like, and it's like he can't stay healthy long enough, and we gave this dude a contract extension and stuff, but you're spending most of your time on the sideline on IR, and it's like it's not really benefiting us and stuff, to the point where it's like, okay, Pierre's gone, now we need to go ahead and just start looking for a good receiver that's gonna take his spot, and who do you think will be a good, adequate replacement for, Pierre Garçon? Because, I mean, it's almost certain that he's gone. He's not coming back.
Oh, actually, I wish I could bring back Anquan Bolden. You know what? Here's the thing.
I mean, it's like...
you're not... It's impossible. Look at OBJ. It's really tough. Receivers and running backs... It's really hard to keep him out. George Kittle last year had a lot of injury issues. This year, I don't know what he did. He came into shape, some kind of shape at the beginning of the season to start with. But sometimes I get the feeling these guys stay healthy depending upon what kind of season they're having. George Kittle was amazing.
By the way, sorry to interrupt, but I'm looking at the Colts and Titans game, and it said our draft position is number 2.
Yeah. And did you find out, do you know why? It's because Cole Beasley's touchdown, somehow the Cowboys figured into us getting that pick. I still don't understand it. I need a further explanation on it. But it seems somebody explained it. It could have been somebody clowning me. The Cowboys winning the game that they won against – wait, who the Cowboys just beat? The Giants. Yeah. That vaulted us into that position. I thought we already had it.
Yeah.
I didn't know it depended on anything.
Who says the top 10 game? No, but I mean, it's like at the same time, man. It's like I'm tired of sitting here I love football. I love the playoffs. I love the Super Bowl. I watch Super Bowl regardless of my boys are in it or not. But I'm tired of cheering for other teams that's not the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, it's like, it gets dumb.
Right, after week 17. I know we don't get to look at anybody but everybody else play. That does suck. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, man, it's like, so our defense, I mean, it's like, I think Solomon Thomas, okay, give him one more year. But at the same time, Armstead, I'm on the fence with him. I'm almost to the point where I'm willing to just go ahead and deport him at the same time and stuff. I think the calls before me, and maybe 2 or 3 calls before me, was like, okay, Earl Mitchell needs to go because I'm not really seeing him on the field like that anymore.
Yeah,
at the same time and stuff, go ahead.
Yeah, no, we got to stop here. But listen, because we're going to get into this heavily starting next week anyway. So I'm going to look for you Friday, and let's pick up right where we left off. Oh, man.
All right, Ronbo. Happy New Year, bro.
All right, Happy New Year. And I look forward to seeing you Friday. Sure. And it's going to be a good year. It's going to be our year, HBK. All right,
sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Ronbo. All right, bro.
All right.
Out.
And let's go ahead. Hey, Salvador.
Hello?
Hey, Sal.
Hey, how you doing, Ronbo?
Good. Now that the suffering, as somebody put, actually the suffering and pain has stopped, and we have buried 2018. Let's go on.
Yeah, I felt the relief, Ronbo. We don't have to deal with fucking bad football on Sundays anymore. No more L's. Season's over. Yeah. No more injuries. It's on to 2019 now. 2019 year.
We lost Thomas.
But shit, Ronbo. I mean, I saw. Man, you think what did he dislocated his knee or like he popped his knee ligaments? Looked pretty bad.
Somebody did say ACL. Oh man, that's not gonna heal up in time. Man. Damn it!
I know. And then I was getting scared because Fred Warner kept going down, and I'm like, this is not what we need on the last game of the year.
But he was working hard.
They have those. Yeah, and man. I mean, thank God we had George Kittle out on the field. Oh. It's pretty funny how he broke a 1 hour old record.
I know. I didn't know the Raiders finished their game so soon. I thought we started at the same time.
Yeah, I didn't know he was that far, like that close behind Kelsey. I thought Kelsey had like another game on him.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was that close to each other. That was pretty funny.
He was 50 yards behind. No, 40-something yards behind. Kelsey only needed 54. George needed 100 yards. So like you're saying, he had to pass Kelsey and Gronk. So and he did.
Yeah. Bad Ronbo, but we can say it now. Best tight end in NFL history.
Yeah.
We can say it. It would have been better if we'd have got Shannon Sharp's record because then that solidified it. That's a triple count. Yeah. That's everything.
But everybody knows. Anybody who knows
the best.
Knows that he
did.
Oh,
for sure. He should be. We already know he got the Pro Bowl, but in the offseason they do the All Pro. He should get the All Pro, and that really matters a lot. That's like the high end, like
the best of the best.
What's it called? Whatever they reward you. Yeah,
All Pro.
Yeah, All Pro. That's the top notch right there. So hopefully he beats out Ertz. But focusing on to next season. I don't know what kind of defense Todd Bowles runs. I was thinking about it with who was saying that Trey. I don't know what kind of defense he runs. I know he's a defensive coordinator, so. But then again, I don't know if Saleh's the problem, Ronbo. You can't really. I
keep trying to tell people, you can bring all the DCs in you want. If the personnel ain't right, they're going to suffer. They're going to get blamed, and they're going to get fired. Yeah. You just keep it going. Yeah, like we've been doing for the last 4 years. Yeah.
Richard Sherman, he needs a whole new secondary. That whole secondary is going to be under construction this offseason. The pass rush, believe it or not, it is better. That reflects automatically off of DeForest Buckner's numbers because last year he came up for 3.5.
See,
our leading sacker was 6.5 sacks, right? Wasn't that Earl Dumerville? So the pass rush did get better.
See, okay, you and I thought it was me. I thought I was crazy. Sal's seen it.
Yeah, it didn't reflect. It didn't reflect on the secondary. The pass rush got better, but the secondary got worse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not grisly enough. That's the thing, because quarterbacks can still find their receivers with no problem.
Yeah, because Cassius Marsh, he was getting sacks. We threw in Blair in there. He got some pressure. Buckner, obviously his numbers went up. So we were getting pressure, but it's just the secondary really took a hit this year, and that's automatically off of that. You could tell off of turnover ratio. We had no turnovers this year. All 4 fumbles.
I know.
Kind of pissing me off.
No, I've
So
got one
that's why.
I think you got one INT.
I don't.
I think
maybe 3. I think it was
get 3?
Anton Exum. I don't know. I know we got one against the Chargers.
Kwaski had
Exum,
one,
and then that's all I can remember.
Yeah, I know. And K1, they took his away from him last week because Fred got flagged.
Yeah, they did.
So we would have had one more.
That's pretty bad when you can remember off the top of your head the interception in 17 games.
Count on one hand.
Ronbo, that goes to tell you. That goes to show you, Ronbo. We need, thanks for trade for putting John Lynch on the spot, because I wasn't going to do it, but there's a reason why we've only won what 10 games since in 2 years. We won 10
that's
games.
right, huh? We got 10 games in 2 years.
Yeah, because that's the talent. That's the talent they're putting on the field. He told us in that press conference that he's going to assemble a team that we're proud of. I'm proud of the people we're putting out there, but shit, they're not getting the job done. Get some playmakers out there. Don't trade away the pick, no matter how many first rounds they give you, because are you going to use them all those first rounds? Is his job secure that much that you're going to use 4 first rounds in the next 4 years? I'm not sure. We need the players right now. I want,
and
we
especially
want
after 2 years.
We want corners.
Sal, let me get you hold up right there. I'm gonna be back Friday, and we're gonna really jump into this as we clown.
All right, Ronbo.
Clown the teams in the playoffs that don't need to be there. Rams.
Right, who are they playing week 1?
They get the first. They earned a bye week.
They got the bye, huh?
Damn it.
Yeah, never mind. All
I wanted
right,
to say,
that's all right. They're gonna get spanked at their house.
Hopefully
the Bears go in there.
As The Rock would say, it doesn't matter who goes in there, because no matter who goes in there, the Rams will get beat up. I can't wait. You gotta hate on that other team. All right, Sal. Have a good night, fam. Happy New Year.
Yeah, happy New
Year. Hey.
Yo.
Yeah. Hey. Who was that?
Gus.
Is that Gus? Hey, Gus.
Yeah. What's up?
Gus, we're sitting here, man. We're like sort of happy about the season ending. Looking forward to who we could pick up. People want Todd Bowles to come in and take over for Robert Saleh. And I'm starting the party of let's watch the Rams, the big fakes, get exit round 1. Oh wait, they get a bye week. Round 2.
Let me just say one thing, Ronbo, and thanks for taking my call.
Yeah.
Man, who the first change we need to make is we need a new damn strength and conditioning staff. All these damn players getting hurt. It's not gonna matter who we bring in here. If they're all getting hurt, what's the point?
They can't win.
That's number one.
Yep.
Then you get the hell out of here and transfer somewhere else. Shit. And number 2, I know before the Rams game, before today, the past month, Saleh's been doing better. The defense been doing better, but it's against offenses that are not too good. Like the Broncos, the Seahawks, teams like that. They don't really have a good passing offense. When he was playing against quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers and stuff like that, the thing that was bothering me the most is when it's like 2-minute drill and you have a good quarterback on the other side going against our defense, man, stop playing cover 3 and 8 yards off the ball, man. Damn, they get all these first downs and they just march down the field like nothing. I don't know how you feel about that, Ronbo.
No, because I looked at the personnel and I said, Robert Saleh, he's going to keep them zoned up, and he's hoping the strength of the zone will save that group. What's his name? What's his name over in Jacksonville? The cornerback.
Yeah,
Jalen Ramsey. If the 49ers had Ramsey and Sherman out there, okay, we could drop into man during certain times. But the 49ers, they don't have the talent to go man up. Actually, I saw flashes from Ahkello Witherspoon this last 3 weeks going into the season. I said, he's coming around. Tavares Moore is going to come around too. He needs more time, but Moore hits hard. He's got great speed, and he finally, as the game rolled on last week, he started catching on a little faster, a little more effective.
I don't know.
So
I don't know who on the chat earlier said something about Marsh, because Marsh is just a rotational player. He doesn't need to be starting as our edge rusher, man. He's like, I forgot that. I think they said he needs to retire and start a dojo or something because of his karate kicks.
His kicks are so nice.
that was a good one. Whoever said that, because it's true, man. He doesn't need to be starting for it.
Oh God.
But I think I said this last time I called. We need to get an impact free agent, whether it's through trade or through free agency, even if we have to overpay for him, as long as it's not Ansah. If it's D Ford, if it's Frank Clark, any one of those edge rushers, Lawrence, if we have to overpay for him, that's cool, man. But we can't just rely on a rookie edge rusher, man, because you've seen what happened with Solomon. It's not 100% the draft. You never know. We need to get a dominant edge rusher, even if it means we have to overpay for him, which is cool, man. We have the space. Like, I'm tired of John Lynch, like, almost getting people. Like, I'm tired of being in the hunt. Like, we're always in the hunt to sign somebody, and we never get them. That's bullshit.
Oh, God. So, there's that. And I do wonder, is a decent edge going to be available? Some of these guys that are going to be, I don't think the team's going to let them go. That's
as long as it's not Ansah. Anybody else is still in their prime. Like Lawrence, like D Ford, like Frank Clark, like Clowney, they're all in their prime.
But are there teams going to let them go? Would you let them go? I don't see this happening.
One of them.
You think so?
One of them will. It's just the law of averages. One of those four edge rushers will be available. One of them will.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but one of them will. And we have to just strike. We have to just offer the Brinks truck. Because, Saleh's defense cannot work without an edge rusher, man.
No,
like
I
all
know.
those karate kicks that Marsh does is not enough. They don't cut it.
I know.
So I don't know how you feel about that, man.
No, I do. This has been going on for me since 2014. After we lost Aldon Smith and also Ahmad Brooks, there was nobody but him. Aaron Lynch was okay, but Aaron Lynch fell apart all of a sudden and couldn't keep up. We just haven't had anybody to scare anybody coming off the edge. So now you got to rely completely on your interior pass rush. Well, you're not going to win any games like that. And you can bring in the greatest defensive mind in the world. He's lacking certain pieces.
Ronbo, do you agree, though, that you know how free agency works? You usually have to overpay. If we're going to overpay for somebody, it has to be for edge rusher. I wouldn't be mad if they overpay for edge rusher just to make sure they get them and keep them in the building when they do free agency.
Yeah, no, they were actually going to overpay for Khalil, from what I understand. Yeah. Actually, the 49ers got I found out, I read where the deal was, 49ers had a better deal than the Bears did. The Raiders just wanted, screw you, Niners, we're not dealing with you.
If that's true, then you can't put that on John Lynch if that's true. But I'm just saying in general,
if it's true,
he usually just in the hunt to sign people, and we don't pull the trigger. So we just gotta, back up the Brinks truck at least for the edge rusher at least. All right, Ronbo, thanks for the call, man.
All right, fam. Good timing. All right. We'll see you this weekend if you get some time. All right, man. Happy New Year.
All right. Happy New Year, Ronbo.
Yeah, I tell you, hey, Steve, come on in, man.
What's up, Ronbo? My bad.
Everybody's saying the same thing. It's like we finally been put out of our misery for 2018. We don't have to go through this anymore. We just start building the next episode. Just throw the dirt on 2018 and just sit back and watch the playoffs and laugh when the Rams get excused. And that'll make my day.
Well, I don't know. Like, this season was just, like, there's no word for it, really.
I know. Not one word, anyway.
You can't really define it. It was just a season that wasn't even necessary for the Niners to be a part of.
I know. I know, really. We should have just packed it up after week 3. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're going to put ourselves through any more embarrassment. We'll be back next season. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, throwing the towel, it's like it wasn't fair from the Ronbo. Today just showed how weak our team. Kaywan going down, Fred going down twice, Lincoln probably won't be back till halfway next season. I mean, what week did we not have an injury, Ronbo?
I can't remember any. And I thought Fred Warner was going to be meat. You see him laying there? I thought that was it for Fred, too.
Yeah, me too. I was like, oh,
that was
God.
Scary.
But, I mean, I'm not putting this season for anybody trying to fire Saleh right now. I mean, you got to put yourself in his shoes. What do you expect a man to do with all these injuries, guys in and out? And I don't know if people watch Sherman's, interviews or whatnot or whatever, but
he explains.
He says this exactly. This defense is about, I think it was commodity. He says something like that, where you have to play week to week with the same guys on the field,
right?
And for this defense to work, you can't have players exchange in and out. I mean, yes, as a great football team, you'll probably get there where if a guy steps up, he'll do a pretty good job. But from week to week, bouncing back and forth between players, I mean, that ain't gonna do it. No matter how good your coordinator is.
Oh yeah. And you're right. It's a new bunch out there in the secondary every week, not once in a while.
Because Ronbo,
every week.
Yeah, when they're preparing to play somebody, Robert's probably telling one player, look, this guy they like to run this, and then during practice that guy goes down.
Mm-hmm.
So then he has to go to the next player. Okay, listen, with 2 days before game. Listen, this guy likes to do this, and they're just scrambling week to week to prepare these guys.
Yeah.
And it's like
it's a tremendous disadvantage. So that's why exactly I agree everything you're saying.
It's not fair. For me, it's not. I think next year we could grade Saleh how we are now, because if his guys are there, get him a few pieces where this defense needs to run. Because you notice that Kyle Shanahan, when he came in, he got his key pieces right away off the bat. He got his fullback, which is necessary for this offense.
Mm-hmm.
He drafted his tight end, which is necessary for this offense.
Right.
And he got Marquise Goodwin, which is necessary for this offense.
Mm-hmm.
So he had his keys right away. What's necessary for Saleh's defense is an edge rusher, a corner, and a free safety. And he has one of those right now. Yeah. He has Sherman, and he don't have a free safety. That's their game to game, and he doesn't have an edge rusher. So, you got to cut him some slack.
In fact, who started at safety today? Was that Exum?
I don't know. Ronbo switches from play to play by the time.
I think Exum started. I saw DJ Reed come in, and I think he was coming in to play safety.
And then who else went out? Elijah Lee. Elijah Lee went out, or he was down, so I was scared. I was like, man, are we going to have to call Ruben? That means we have no linebackers. We probably had to throw Max McCaffrey at the safety position. God dang it. It's terrible.
That's right. I wanted to see Max McCaffrey on the field today. The 49ers just brought him in to fill the roster spot.
Ronbo, I felt bad. I wanted to see Dunbar play, but they brought him in for the last play of the game.
No Dunbar.
They brought him in for the knee.
God.
But anyway, and then I got to back up John Lynch, Ronbo. This can't be happening. The second year, he's learning just like, our whole team is learning, Ronbo. I don't think people realize that. So I think John is doing better than what people thought, because he had no experience. Without John, there's no Kittle.
Probably.
I think he's doing. I think he's doing what he can, Rob. The only fault I have on him is Solomon. But even then, was it really a bad pick at the time? Who else would you pick over? He was the best defensive player out of that draft, right?
And you're right, because they were definitely going to go defense. Well, there might have been Jamal Adams. You know what, though? It's hard to call right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
So
That's all I'm
anyway,
saying. Give it some time. I mean, John is on his
yeah.
second year, and he's done everything he could to get Khalil Mack. I mean, isn't it better that he's trying and then instead of just saying, we don't need an edge rusher. I'm not even going to throw in a deal for Khalil Mack.
And which makes me hate the Raiders even more because I really do believe the 49ers trying to Raiders
that
said,
pisses me off.
forget it.
Though.
We're not giving you guys anything. We're going to Chicago with this
That
deal.
really
Stop calling here. Okay, fine, Raiders. Dang it. Beat your butt later.
And I bet you the draft come draft time, they're probably going to be calling John, hey, John, give us that pick. We need Bosa.
I hope
John
they do
hangs
so.
up the phone right there.
Stick it. Yeah. Hey, Steph, let me see you this weekend, okay? And,
all right, Ronbo.
And Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year. We'll see you Friday.
Yep. Hey, night, Steph.
Hey, and I'll support your Kendrick Bourne jersey.
All right. Thanks, Steph. There you go. Another vote for Kendrick. He did not suck. I don't know why Big Show insists that he's no good.
He don't suck at all. He doesn't suck. All right, Ronbo.
All right. Night, Steph. Yeah.
Later.
All right. Let's, and Jim Thorokill says, if we had lost to the Raiders, we would be number one. And we would deserve to be. My God, you know how much suffering we will have to endure if we would have lost to the Raiders? Seriously. Everybody that's a 49er fan, Raider fans would have been all over our ass. And it would still be going on right now. Who the king of the Bay now? Who the king of the Bay now? They won one time out of 4. And they were all over us. Remember that year we lost in 2014, the Raiders? They've been talking shit ever since. God, I hate those people. Not all Raider fans, some are okay. But man, most of them. JMJP says, Streets, Contavious. Streets, Taylor, Buckner, and Blair, let's get it. That's a good group, actually. Kirk Kazirk, let's go, Empire. Looking forward to next year. And, shucks, Kirk, thanks, man. I'm too shy to read the rest. Thanks. Red Zone, Gold 49. Normally, if you've had a bad record the following year, you get an easier schedule. I don't know if the NFL does that anymore. Red Zone, you know what's really funny about that? I thought that, remember after we got through with Jimmy T, the first year after, the dismissal of everybody, we had a tough schedule that year. And then we come in the next year and we got Chip Kelly, and it got... it was worse. So I said, we can't get no break. That's back-to-back years. This is brutal. So, I don't know. Although I'm looking, from what I've seen in the schedule so far, next year, they're coming. Repent to Jesus posted up a little while ago. At least, I don't know how they know that those are home games or not. Oh, yeah. Rod Madison, we'll be playing in Mullens, as we always have to. They never come to San Francisco. The road games include the Ravens. I didn't want to play the Ravens. I really didn't. The Bengals, Giants. I really have to think about the Giants. Wait a minute. Road teams. Saints, Falcons. Oh, man. That's not getting easier. 49ers did not win a game outside of Santa Clara, California. What the hell? Yeah, that's what this season was all about, Jeff. That's exactly what it was all about. We were a home cooking team, and we couldn't even get home cooking at home. Night Hawk!
Oh. What's up?
Night Hawk, we're currently checking out the schedule for next year, and we're wishing bad things on the Rams. We need an edge rusher. I hope they get their ass kicked. Yeah, I know. And they will. John Lynch is being blamed for some of the people we have on this team. What else? How do you feel about John Lynch?
Well, I mean, like I said, he's okay, but like I said, he needs to do a bit more good picking.
Yeah. It's a hard thing. He's got a lot of money though, Nighthawk. Does he need to spend more money? Because
he got to spend more money. I mean, we got all that money. We got to get a big free agent.
Yeah, you got to be nearly about to run out of money before your team starts to win, it seems. And Nighthawk, are you ready to fire Robert Saleh and bring in Todd Bowles?
Well, if they have to, I think they should do. I think they should.
Yeah, but you realize that means starting the whole program all over again and getting everybody used to it. And this is the other thing that kills me. Whenever we start a new program, now everybody has to feel their way through. They can't go fast yet. They got to figure out what to do. And then it takes a year and, oh, God. Katie, were you reading my mind? I am hungry. But Nighthawk, that's what I'm concerned with right now as far as starting over anything. We need some players in there that can have. We need an edge rusher, number one. Number one, please. Get a pass rush. Nothing's going to happen until we do.
John, let's pick somebody. When they go draft this year, they're going to have to pick somebody good.
Oh, they try that every year. I hope they hit pay dirt this year.
They need a pass rush. They need a pass rush. That's what they need.
Bad. I mean, really badly. I mean, Jared Goff was sitting back there relaxed today. They were better last week against who did we play last week? No, Trubisky got away a few times. We just got to get some fiends.
Yep. And you know what? I want to decide with Seattle playing Cowboys.
Yeah, no, huh? Is that they play the Cowboys next week, right?
Yeah.
You know what I hope? I hope the Eagles get to go to Los Angeles. I can't wait. Oh, see, the Eagles, I don't know who the Eagles play. They might get eliminated next week. Because I think they got to go and play the first week, too.
Yeah, so I'm hoping. Yeah. I mean, I don't like Seattle or Cowboys. I hate both of them.
I know. Especially, you see Dak Prescott on that play today. He made it. Oh, they was just whooping it up. I thought they lost that game, and they fooled around and won.
If I were to pick a winner, I would have picked Cowboys over Seattle.
Yeah, I could see that. Because the Seahawks are only great in Seattle. When they come out of Seattle, they're vulnerable. So I see them losing to the Cowboys, especially if they have to play in Dallas, and I think they do.
I'm hoping the Cowboys beat the shit out of them.
You know, no matter what, New Orleans is going to beat everybody.
I know that. I just want Seattle out.
I know, same here. Seattle and L.A. Get our division guys out of there. You know what's going to happen, though?
Yeah, fuck L.A. and fuck Seattle.
Yeah, the tilapia fish people. Hey, you know what's really funny, though? Kirk Cousins got paid all that money, and now Case Keenum is over in Denver said, yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Can you see Case Keenum right now? Oh yeah, they could have got me for like half that money, and I probably would have did a better job.
The Vikings were stupid to get him.
You know, that's the way it works. When you abuse things, it ends up backfiring. Case Keenum goes to Denver for no known reason, other than the fact they thought they could get better. So they just pass Kirk all the money in the world. Kirk, you are what we're looking for. So
and what happened? They're home now.
Yeah, they're watching the games with us. Kirk's got plenty of money, though. Plenty of money.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm just hoping that I'm hoping that Rams flop lose and the Seattle Sea bums lose.
You almost set it up. You know, Doc, next year, I tell you what, though, if we can finally have a nearly, and I don't expect us to get a perfectly healthy season because we started our injury list already. You know Laken Tomlinson got hurt today, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's serious, too. We're not going to get lucky enough for him just to have a sprain. But it's these kind of freak accidents that don't make no sense. Laken's going to be out. Probably midway through the season. He's not going to be ready at the beginning of the season. And he was doing a good job for us. Now we got to figure out a way to joggle things around. I figure Joshua Garnett is looking awfully good all of a sudden, and I figure he's going to go to the left side. We still have a right side vacancy with Person over there. Damn it. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I just want to give a shout out to all the Niners Empire. Tell them that Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah. And Happy New Year to you.
And I'm out.
Yeah,
give me a shout out.
You sure can. Niners for the Hawk man. See this weekend,
you know
Hawk.
What? Before I go, fuck the Rams and fuck Seattle. I'm out.
He does that better than anybody I know. Good night, Nighthawk. Happy New Year. He says it with such impact and tenacity and emotion. Not tenacity. No, he does, actually, because he never fails to say that. Slack says, hell, they could have gave me 50% of what they gave bum-ass, overhyped Cousins. And Trey, you know what's so funny? Because Trey and I I'm admitting to it, we were so wrong, because I was with Trey's train. I wanted some Kirk Cousins, and Trez was trying to tell us this was the worst mistake to make that we could possibly make. And there's me and Trey arguing Trez down. I'm just manning up. I'm telling you, Trez, I forgot to tell you again, my apologies again. I've already apologized several times. You were right. There is no way that we need to get Kirk Cousins on no long extended deal. Ooh, shoot. Hey, Razor. Razor was never a Kirk Cousins fan either, I don't think. Or were you? Razor, were you in the Kirk Cousins thing? There goes. Oh, man. Razor. Razor, you got play the same old sorry ass Rams.
I'll play it at the end of my session, and I'll play when they lose to the Bears or whoever they play.
Oh God,
it's gonna happen.
No, I know it. I just wish they had to go in the cold weather to play them, so I could really. I'd be in tears laughing, because golf cannot play. Okay, we'll see.
We'll see. But Ronbo, I have a few questions for you.
Hmm.
How many sacks do you think the Rams have on defense
this year? Oh man,
yeah. Are they top 5? Are they number 1 overall?
Hey, Razor, this is a good question. You know why? Because the majority of their sacks came from one guy. Ndamukong Suh has not been doing anything. And the edge rusher they have is just not all that. I would say at the most, the Rams may be top 15. The Rams must have about 25 or 30 sacks max. Am I right?
Okay, the Rams have 38. Guess how many the Chargers have?
How many Chargers you got?
They have, don't forget, they have Joey Bosa, they have Melvin Ingram. Guess how many they have?
Can't imagine. I've never looked at this number.
They have 37.
Right.
Okay.
But Bosa only played 8 or 9 games?
Yeah. You're right. Okay. And then one more I want you to guess. How about the Bears?
Oh, now there's the team that should have. Now I got to believe the Bears must be around the 45 or 50. Am I right?
They have 46.
I knew it. God.
Okay. And then my last question for you is, guess how many the San Francisco 49ers have?
Razor, I don't want to answer that question. It's embarrassing.
No. Trust me, you do, because it's not embarrassing.
Okay, let me think about it for a second, because we had a lot against the Raiders. This year, actually, DeForest Buckner got into double digits. You know what? How many did you say the Rams have? 30 what?
The Rams have 38, and the Chargers have 37.
You know what? 10, 15, 12. We might be about 25 or so.
Oh, Ronbo, you're going to love this.
What?
All right. Okay, I'll repeat myself. The Rams have 38. The Chargers have 37.
Right.
Everybody wants to say, "Oh, we have no rush because we want to have a big time edge rusher." Blah blah.
Yeah.
The 49ers have 37 sacks.
We did just as good as the Rams, but the Rams only have one guy.
They have Aaron Donald, Dante Fowler.
Wow. They got Brockers.
Okay. Okay, so we have 37. The Chargers have Ingram and Bosa. They have 37. The Bears have 46. It's not that big of a difference. What is a big difference is our interceptions. I heard you talking earlier about it.
We don't get those, and we don't get any turnovers.
We only had 2 interceptions, okay? And
I thought so.
Yeah, we have 2 interceptions on the year, and I know people are going to say, oh, that's because of the pass rush. Well, that's not true because, I mean, that it is somewhat true, but not always true. Oakland had 13 sacks on the year. They had 13 interceptions. Okay, so how are you going to get interceptions with no pressure? Okay,
that's a lot of ints for no pressure.
Yeah, exactly. So as much as we want to say we need an edge rusher, which we do, we really need a defensive back. Outside of Sherman, those positions are all open. Colbert fooled us. Akello fooled us. Tartt can stay healthy. We need a defensive back, whether it's a good free safety, cornerback, or whatever. So if the Cardinals take Bosa, we can trade back possibly and take a cornerback.
You going for Greedy?
I'm going for Greedy. If Bosa is gone, because after Bosa, it's Allen, and Allen's a 3-4 linebacker. So he's gonna have to learn. He's gonna have to stand up and rush, pass it for rush, or whatever. Yeah. So I mean, I'm fine. I'm not saying we don't need an edge, but I'm saying a DB is also important. And I know the whole saying is, well, you can have the best DBs, but if you're not a pass rush, it's not gonna matter. Well, it goes both ways, you know.
Yeah. Well, and that's you present a great case too. Actually, you're right. Okay. If your coverage is good, it's going to give the pass rush a little more time to get to the get to the quarterback, and vice versa. If the rush is good, the DBs aren't held out, chasing guys all around the field like Russell Wilson has people doing every game. So yeah, they have to be hand in hand. They need to both be strong, and that's for sure.
It goes both ways. So I'm stating my case that we need a defensive back, probably just as bad as an edge rusher. I mean, we don't need the biggest name out there. I'll take Brandon Graham from the Eagles in free agency.
I'd take him.
We don't need, like, everyone's saying Clowney and Lawrence, but those guys are not getting away.
And those guys can be expensive, even if they were to get away, because they know their value and their agent's going to go nuts.
Yeah, those guys are not getting away. And if Bosa is gone, I mean, who will we take at number 2? I mean, I don't think we take another interior rush guy, unless we switch to a 3-4. Because if we were to sign Todd Bowles, you put Buckner at defensive end, you put Solomon Armstead defensive end, and we need a nose tackle for the middle.
DJ Jones, man, did you see him today hustling and get that tackle? So, man, look at this. And they insist on Earl playing all year long. I knew that guy could play. So
yeah. So we were up there in sacks, but I think we were the lowest in gain interceptions. Everyone else had 6 or more. That's embarrassing. I mean,
Razor, I think we got all our sacks in 2 or 3 games, though.
Well, it is what it is. I mean, the Patriots have less sacks than us, but they have more interceptions than us.
Yeah, they got Belichick and they got personnel. They've always had solid personnel on defense. Belichick insists on that. He'll use just Gronk and Edelman and Brady for his whole offense, but he always insists on getting pretty good defense. Their defense is a little weaker than usual this year, actually, though.
Yeah, this is like the worst defense he's had, but they're still in the playoffs, so.
Yeah, they will be always, man. That's what they do. But Belichick won't be able to take away players' best offensive strength like he used to because he hasn't got all the personnel he needs to do that. Because that's what he used to do. If you got Julio, we're going to take Julio away from you. If you got Saquon Barkley, the Giants guy, we're going to take him away from you. We're going to take away your strength. And they're good at that. They make that happen every time. Except against when actually, Shanahan, that's why him and Belichick has a lot of respect for Shanahan because he didn't really take anything away from Shanahan. The defense actually, it was the Falcons' defense that gave away to Brady. So, it's really strange.
Yeah.
Anyway. But, Razor, we got to go more this weekend, man, because, this is our time of year now where we can be having fun because we're not getting our ass kicked every week. But before you go, Razor, give me that wonderful recording.
which
Start out with same old sorry-ass Rams, and no team has dominated another team like the 49ers have over the Rams. Go ahead. Both of them.
All right, you got it, Ronbo. One sorry-ass Rams coming up. Rudy, get ready. Freddie, get ready.
I know Freddie hates it.
I remember Dana Stubblefield, and he goes, different city, same team, same old Rams, same old sorry-ass Rams. It embarrassed the city, embarrassed us.
You talk about one team having a stranglehold over the other. The San Francisco 49ers have beaten the Rams 17 straight times. The last time the Rams won at all against the Niners, 1990.
Thank you, Rich. And by the way, Rudy, you guys have beaten us three times out of the last 5. So don't get excited about your little 3 wins. God, I enjoyed that.
Ronbo,
all right.
They are not getting past the Saints, the Bears, or the Eagles. The Eagles right now are hot with Foles. They're not getting past any of those 3 teams I just named.
I tell you, I don't know if anybody's getting past Foles, man. Foles is amazing. I don't understand him. He can't play at the beginning of the year. But as soon as December comes, bring in Nick. Oh, man. All right, Razor. I'll see you this weekend.
All right.
All right, man. Happy New Year, too. And Freddie's like, oh, man, I hate when he does that.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Razor. Oh, God. Hey, Ryan.
So long, yeah, obviously, this was a disappointing season, but hey, we got a lot of bright spots. We got a lot of bright spots. Number one, we're going to have, obviously a high draft pick. We're going to have a lot of cap space.
Yep.
We upgraded the backup quarterback position, which is always a good thing because obviously your backup quarterback becomes the most important player once your first stringer goes down. So that's very important. I was listening to another caller earlier, and I just couldn't help but just get perturbed when he started doubting John Lynch. John Lynch.
That was Trey.
I just couldn't believe
Trey actually plans on letting him go.
He's crazy, man. I don't know about that because do you know how many teams would love to have gotten the players over the past 2 years that he's been able to get, whether it be in the high end of the draft or, 5th round picks like George Kittle, who just set a new record today.
Yes.
As well as, you know what I'm saying? And 8th round picks I like to refer to, guys who were undrafted free agents, guys like Matt Breida, Mostert, obviously Nick Mullens. What other GM is making those type of picks late in the draft or in free agency? He just brought over. Go ahead.
No, I think it's probably expecting a little too much too soon for most of us. We don't have any patience because we've been through so much pain and suffering for 4 straight years. So, it's now everybody has to get fired. But you got to be careful what you wish for. What if the next guy's worse?
Exactly. Look what we just went through. We just went through, what was his name? Trent Baalke and what's his name? The guy who came over for that 1 year.
Chip Kelly?
Who was the head coach. Chip Kelly. Do you mean to tell me you would rather have those 2 clowns versus who we got now?
And you know what? You mentioned Chip Kelly. I still feel a little sorry for Chip Kelly because Trent did not want to cooperate with any of the players that he wanted. Trent was still out there running the show. He's in charge. I'll give you what you need. You just coach him up. I'll get him in here. So I really, I kind of feel bad for him. Do you know that our best red zone offense in the last 5 years, even the Harbaugh years, Chip Kelly had the best red zone offense we've had ever. Not ever, but in the last 5-6 years. Maybe longer.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Kelly, if we got into the red zone, we were coming in every time. Just about every time.
Well, that's something else.
Yeah.
I mean, and I forgot to mention Kendrick Bourne. He hasn't gotten the type of accolades that he's deserved this year. I mean, he's definitely improved since last year. Yeah. I mean, he's gotten way better since last year.
Big
some of those
Show.
spectacular
There's another
catches.
person, Stev, and now you got also Ryan. Didn't Linwood say Linwood gave him decent grades? You know, he's not a bad receiver.
No, he's a bona fide number 3
Yeah.
receiver. You just got to get somebody else up in there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You look at this current draft class. John Lynch knocked it out of the ballpark, getting McGlinchey in the first round and then getting Pettis in the second. You got 2 good third-round picks on defense, and the third round, fourth round pick, and guys later on in the draft like Richie James. He's made almost every one of our draft picks outside of the guy who had a redshirt season in the 4th round. I forgot his name.
Contavious.
But everybody else is exactly. Everybody.
Marshall Harris. Harris looks pretty solid. Yeah, you're right. We didn't this year's draft class. It didn't really have first year's draft class is questionable because Solomon Thomas hasn't reached his potential. Reuben Foster lost his mind, and there's some other players in there that Akello is still developing. I still think Akello is going to be okay. I really do. Who else do we have? DJ Jones is a good pickup, especially when we got him 6th round, I think. And Adrian Colbert, I don't know what's going to happen to Adrian Colbert, how he's going to look next year. He's going to compete, though. I have a feeling he's going to be really tough. We'll see.
Yeah, getting back to last year's draft, of course, everybody in hindsight saying, Solomon Thomas was overdrafted, and what's his name? Reuben Foster had a lot of red flags. However, when those guys did get drafted, all the King's Horsemen and all the King's Men on ESPN and NFL Network were saying how big of a genius and how much of a genius John Lynch was.
I remember that.
Drafted.
Yep.
Exactly, but because of the fact that things didn't turn out the way they did, everybody is in hindsight saying, "Oh, I don't know about John Lynch. I'm scratching my head about him."
Yeah, I know.
So the point that I'm trying to make is
not fair. It's not really. Trey, it's not really fair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, you draft based on your needs and based on the potential that player has to improving your team, and that's exactly what John Lynch did. You draft based upon those factors. So I don't have a problem with the method in which he drafted, because that's what any and every good NFL manager should do. You draft based upon your needs and the potential that the player has to turn your franchise around as fast as possible, and that's what he did.
Yeah.
So, the bottom line is if you keep,
Yeah, you keep going that path. I look forward, based on what you just said, as far as progressively getting better with these picks. I can't wait till this year's draft, because as they mature in this job, I think they're going to get better. So I think we're going to see something really special this year. We'll find out soon. All right, Ryan.
I know.
If you got time, let me see you this weekend, okay?
All right, sounds great.
All right, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thanks.
Are you as well?
All right, Ryan. Have a good night. And Otis Reynolds flashes across the screen. D. Jackson wants to be released. He's still under contract. Everybody's going to want out of Tampa Bay. It's going to be funny what happens to Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston is liable to get traded to Jacksonville. Can you imagine? Hey, Nate. Hello. Nate. Nate.
What's up, man? What's up, dude?
Hey,
what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Hello.
Hey, man. So, I was mentioning now that we know we got the second pick now.
Yep, it's clear.
We know that now.
Yeah.
The fans know. I mean, there's just we need to address the pass rush. That's it. Plain and simple. We need somebody there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, we had a good game, man. Kittle broke some records, and that's good. We got the best tight end.
Hey.
I don't know why he couldn't get 4 yards. Last run, like 4 yards.
Did you hear what Razor just said though? Those stats. Stats are always. Razor, do you know we had as many sacks as some of the best teams in the league? We had the same amount of sacks as the Chargers.
Yeah, no, I heard that the ratio of sacks are up on our side. I don't know. The thing is, I always keep up on the defensive prospects. I never keep up on actual offensive prospects in the actual draft. I just never do it. Plain and simple, I just never do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about drafting offense that early. Maybe a wide receiver's out there. We do need somebody there for a deep threat, you know?
Yeah, wide receivers, in the last 3 years, who's a standout wide receiver out of the draft?
That's what I mean. They're only talking defense this year. And that's why I don't.
Dante doesn't, especially a first-round pick. But Dante Pettis is going to be fine. Dante's got to get stronger. I think the NFL is a little bit too much for him but the NFL's not too big for him. He could be very good. Yeah, that's.
I was watching you, and I was keeping you up on the chat with the Seattle Seahawks, and I was keeping you play-by-play. And too bad that Arizona couldn't pull that out. They had two really good special team plays, and it was a good game, but it just needed. It didn't. I don't know. Now we have the second pick. We don't really choose who we get at a pass rush, and then all these guys are saying they're hybrids as a 3-4 people. But I think Josh Allen can really fit the scheme because he's taller. But also Nick Bosa, he reminds me kind of like Aaron Donald. I don't want to say too much of that, but sometimes they don't plan out, you know.
Yeah. Aaron Donald is, how tall is Aaron Donald? Aaron Donald can't be over 6'1".
He's like 6 foot. He's like 6 foot. Yeah,
he looks really
stout
small.
To the ground. That's why it's hard to control him because he's so stout. And they can't put your hands on him. He has long hands and he's short.
And he's strong as a horse. Yeah.
We can only hope. So the way I think what would be good for the 49ers to draft would be Josh Allen. Then we could put Solomon Thomas inside, DeForest Buckner, Ark Armstead. And then on the outside, we have to sign Earl Thomas. We have to. We need somebody who can play that scheme. And then you mentioned the corner out there, Peters, and there's a couple of pass rushers out there on free agency, like Frank Clark and Dee Ford. And one of those guys are going to get let go, but I'm hearing that Frank Clark might get franchised out in Seattle. But I like him. We should steal one of those guys. I'm telling you right now. Seattle steals our guys all the time. They steal our guys all the time. We steal them.
I'd love to take I just give me a guy that comes. Because the thing is, maybe our sack totals, as I say, we need pressure all the time. We have games where it looks like the 49ers are taking the game off. They're not really. They just can't do any better, and they can't get any more pressure than they did. This week, the pressure against the Rams was a lot less than it was the week before. Even Trubisky felt more pressure. So it's hard to.
I just think they took the day off, man. They probably knew it was the end of the year, and guys were kind of hurt. But Alfred Morris didn't take the day off.
Alfred Morris. I don't know why.
Why'd
you wait until now? See, because Jeffrey Wilson's already earned that spot. Now it seems that 49ers are probably going to stay with Wilson. I guess he's going to be another competition next year in camp. But Morris was just an absolute. You know how many yards he ended up with today? Alfred Morris left that game with 111 yards. Damn.
Yeah, and the block. I mean, man, Aaron Donald really dominated us on the front side, man. I don't know. We can't do what we would. Shanahan cannot do those roll-out plays against that guy. We need to run the ball. We need power football against that team. Power football, and then we can work the play action and the rollouts. We need to tire him out first.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You've got to run. You got to run the ball for a while.
In between the pass, we got to run in between the set. We got to run in between the center and the left guard or the right guard. We got to make the game right there. We got to win in the trenches with that team.
Yeah.
That's the only way to beat them.
It's a strategy, and you got to get rid of that ball quick. You cannot stand there and hold the ball, even if you're just going to throw it away.
Reset drops.
Yep.
You got to get rid of the ball quick, and then Nick Mullens still had a good game, even though he threw all those interceptions. We still seen a good Nick Mullens.
I think Nick got 3 TDs in this game. I think.
Yeah, and we got to see the best tight end. I think he's better than Brent Jones right now. At this point of his career, he's young, he's faster.
Way faster.
He's an actual playmaker. George Kittle, man.
I know. Way faster. I mean, George
Yeah.
Kittle's got 4.48 speed. But tell you what, we're gonna go. A Happy New Year, and let me see a weekend, huh?
Yeah, no doubt. You take it easy, man. I'm gonna get off this too. I gotta keep playing Madden. I'm online right now, so you take it easy, man.
All
I gotta
right.
go.
All right, Nate. Have a good night.
Bye.
Yeah, when you look at the stats, Nick went 23 for 33. He should have went about 25 or 27. He missed George Kittle on some great shots. He still came up with nearly 300 yards, 282 yards, and 3 TDs. So hey, Howard.
Yo, what up, Ronbo?
I was just sitting back here, man, being glad the season's over. But what are you thinking tonight?
Well, I gotta say, man, the defense really stepped this game up. I mean, of course not today, but they kind of laid an egg. But
yeah,
part of that's because of Mullens' early interception woes
and everything else, right? Oh,
yeah,
God.
pretty much got it out of hand. So they've been out there a long time today. So they battled. But for the last few weeks, man, they seem like they've been putting it together and just improving. The pass rushes is they're starting to become more confident.
Yeah, it's more often. You're right. They had a bad game today, but I don't know that the whole defense should be judged on today. They've looked better. They looked better last week, the week before against the Hawks. They look pretty good. Yeah, I agree. That's a good point, Howard. Good point.
Yeah, so I don't know about this Robert Saleh fire campaign.
Yeah. Too much. Too much.
It's crazy, man. Like it's starting to seem like they're starting to get it now. Like and why start over with another person?
Oh,
yeah, Todd Bowles does sound like an intriguing prospect to go after. But going after him and then learning a whole new system.
Oh, that really
it's gonna set us back.
Yeah,
it's gonna set us back.
Yeah, and then now you have to switch personnel because they're trying to build for the 4-3. So now you have to switch around. And doesn't Todd do the 3-4?
Yeah, Todd Bowles does. Yeah, he got the 3-4.
Yeah, I just don't. Please no. If you're gonna, or else if they insist on switching coaches, get another 4-3 guy. Let these guys not have to learn so much. It's only
I agree.
Because everybody's going to say, all right, Todd Bowles comes in, he's trying to install this new program. After year one, it does so. Fire him! Get rid of Bowles now! See, you guys, we cannot get a new DC every year. So,
Yeah, we got an impatient fan base.
Well,
and,
it's warranted. We've been beaten down so long, it's getting tiresome.
Yeah. Well, for this group right here, I kind of agree with the caller. He was talking about getting a corner opposed to getting an edge rusher for like the toppest need, whatever.
Oh, you mean
Razor? I do. Yeah, I do kind of agree with him about that.
Yeah.
We really don't have any ball hawks.
True. That's actually true.
And the other side, 99% of the time, the quarterback is scared to throw against Sherman.
They never do.
So,
they tried once today, and that didn't work, and they quit. Soon as Rich leaves, Sherman's not even. Oh, God, he's not. Yes! Sherman was gone, and they immediately saw Maben, and they went for it as soon as they could. See that?
Yeah.
That's why, it's a personnel thing. Maben he's sorry. He tries, but he just can't do it. So, yeah.
Yeah, he has very poor footing, man, and technique. I just can't. I can't watch him.
Did you see his feet? The way he had his feet lined up. If I'm the wide receiver, automatically I see his feet are pointed the wrong way. All I got to do is go and run right past him. By the time he shifts his feet, I'm gone. I maybe got caught on that play. Was so silly. And in fact, he took a step forward. I don't know where he was going. There was no run play in progress. See, when I do things like that, I don't understand. What was he thinking? Just
your guess is as good as mine. he don't belong out there. That's it. Like I'm more comfortable. I'm more confident than with Akello than him.
Yeah.
Akello, he took a beating early on. He started to look better the last few games.
He did.
For the most part. Keywan, though, I don't know about Keywan.
Keywan went to bed on us again. Last week, he was just lights out. He was all over the field. He was playing fast. He was just whipping around. And today, he turned back into a shell. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I don't think none of these guys felt like playing. I don't. Not all of them, but some of them just didn't feel like. Fred Warner felt like playing. Him and Elijah Harrell, as they both had double-digit sacks. Double-digit tackles. But everybody else is like taking their time, and it's like they got pissed off with the offense, putting them on the field too often or something. It was strange.
Exactly. So, all this Nick Bosa whoop-ah, I'm getting tired of it. Like, I really don't want this guy. I don't want.
How
Nick
come
Bosa.
though?
Like, he's a diva. Like, I question his work ethic. I question him, what his motives are as a player, as a team player. I don't think he's a team player. Like, he sat out most of the year over some stomach, abdominal strain, whatever it was. I'm like, really?
And way at the beginning of the season, he just left Ohio State. Says, "Well, I'm gonna go prepare for the pros." All right, thanks.
Yeah, like you just left your guys high and dry.
Yeah, I thought that was a little strange.
Let's say he did that with us.
Some people appreciate that though. I don't. I thought that was kind of. Anyway.
The only reason why Nick Bosa is so high on everybody's draft boards and high on everybody's list of being this great pass rusher is the fact that he's Joey Bosa's brother.
I knew you were going to say that. But even Joey endorses him and says he's better than he is.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
And I've watched Nick a couple times film. I'm not sure if Joey was just trying to promote his brother, but we'll see. Anyway.
Yeah, he's promoting him.
Yeah.
He is.
Right,
it's like saying Peyton saying, "Oh yeah, Eli's better than me."
Yeah. Well, that would be disgusting.
Right.
I'd like to sue. I'd have to sue Peyton if I went in and got his brother and that happened. But you know what? Eli has been great. He has had his good time. It's just time for him to call it a day. Is the problem. All right, Howard.
Yeah.
I will see you this weekend. Okay.
All right, man, brother. Have a happy holiday. Happy New Year's.
Thanks, Howard. And Happy New Year to you.
Night.
I love it.
Peace out, man.
Peace out. Oh, my God. And Daniel Andre is writing up on the chat. He actually wrote those words out to bring back Hoyer. Yes, bring him back. And so, who was that we were talking about earlier? Since Hoyer's got a lot of knowledge when it comes to the game. I think it was Sean. Hey, Benjamin.
Yo, Ronbo.
Benjamin. It's over,
What's
Benjamin.
up, man?
Yeah, we could stop suffering now, and we got to go through the rehab process and go through the DTs and shakes and everything, and start all over again.
Hey, it's all good, Ronbo.
Yeah.
I just want to say I apologize for the Niner Empire for today's game. I'm the reason why we lost.
Okay.
I went to my first game today.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never been to a football game before.
Really?
Especially our Niners. I'm in OC, LA OC, and the Niners were in San Francisco, or Levi now.
Yep.
And what do you call it? Since they came play the Rams, my wife got me tickets for the Christmas. So
But
I
you know
went.
what? I'm glad you
my
had
first
that experience, though.
to the game.
Yeah.
My first experience, I suited up. I told wife get my super suit, and we went over there. It's a lot of Niners everywhere. I was having fun. The hot dog tastes good.
Yeah.
The pretzels taste good.
Yeah.
Once Juice got the ball fumble, I was like,
nothing tastes good now.
Man,
Ruined my day.
This lemonade tastes so bad.
And Juice leaped over there, and just like he just threw the ball. Here, Rams, take this.
First play, man. This is my first game. This is my first experience. So basically, that's my first and last time ever. I'm never going to go to a game again. I'm going to do what I've been doing and watching it from the house.
It's going to get
or
better.
The family's house or something.
It's going to get better.
I know. I'm just saying for my first game ever, So
you shouldn't have that kind of experience for your first game ever, though. That's true.
I know, exactly. So my first and last. Well, that's all. But overall, the season, I just want to say, thank you, Ronbo, for keeping us going when we're down and when we're really down.
It's my pleasure.
And the season's been fun, where we got to see second, third, fourth string, our bench, our practice squad.
We saw
get to
everybody,
see what we have.
Except for a few people.
Exactly. We saw everybody, man. And that's good. And the coach, so the players get experience.
Mm-hmm.
And, just the players overall, we know what we have, and we need to know what they need to work on. Like everybody already said, just train and be healthier, eat a lot of food and be strong.
Yeah.
Too much injuries.
Makes no sense.
Experience will come in time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad we got to see Nick Mullens. He's good. He's a great quarterback, And I think Jimmy G saw that, and it's going to push Jimmy, and we need that.
Yeah.
You always need some competition.
You always have competition.
So the players is great. Yeah.
Yeah. Although I do, Nick actually is going to have to listen to Jimmy. I mean, Jimmy's got to listen to Nick every now and then because Nick knows the playbook and has been knowing the playbook for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Because he's actually seen it and played, and he's played the Bears, Seattle, so he can share that with Jimmy the next season, and that's good that they can help each other out, be in each other's ears.
I think
Fred
they
Warner's
appreciate
a
each other too.
I mean, yeah, I like Henrik Bourne. He's the only one making plays.
See,
everybody else is fumbling, they're injured.
Right?
So you got another one. Yep.
All right. Another vote for Kendrick. All right. He's not your number one receiver, but he's a very good. Yeah. He fits in the mix.
He's making plays. He's making plays, man. Ain't nobody else doing nothing. Where's Trent Taylor? Where's Trent at? I know. Last year he was the number one slot receiver. Now nowhere to be found. But
not doing anything.
But I like curly hair, crazy legs. What's his name? Pettis. He's great.
Dante's he's got to bulk up. He's got to get a little stronger.
He's good. Just you got to eat some burgers or whatever.
Yeah.
Eat some burgers.
Because I got a feeling he eats real light.
What else? So that's the team. For the staff, for our defense coordinator Saleh, I think if you give him the right, I mean he should be able to train anybody. But if you don't have it after a couple games, then he shouldn't tell you more than once or twice, this is where you're supposed to be.
I know.
That's what you're supposed to do. That just means that the players are not smart enough to comprehend that.
Right.
That's what I think.
Because that's why I said there's no way Saleh's not telling those guys anything, and they're making the same mistake.
Yeah.
That's them.
Yeah.
No coach is going to let
you
you
do that. I'll tell you right now, Saleh can tell me what to do, but I know I'm not fast enough, so that right there is going to fail.
Yeah. And if I put you in position, if I try to work with you and you still fail, it's like one thing Trey was right about. John Lynch gives me the players I have to work with. You're going to blame me because I can't get some of these guys aren't that good. So,
yeah. So he's playing with, so that's what he's playing with, his cards that he's dealt. And Shanahan, he schemes. We've seen it. We can put up points. Our offense is, I think we should just, concentrate on the offense because we're so strong in it. we can be strong once everybody's healthy.
Yeah.
Because we can put up points, just no turnovers.
Yeah.
And that's
just make that defense tough.
And for Lynch, our general manager, he needs to let loose, man. Dump the whole brink truck like other guys have said.
That's
and
probably
get players. Let's get
Benjamin, we're gonna need
players.
to stop. We're gonna need to stop here. But listen, I'll see you this weekend if you get some time, and
Okay.
we'll continue
Yeah,
figuring out this roster. All right.
Yeah, thanks again.
And sorry about your first
Empire.
game experience.
And 49er Empires, and shout out to Ronbo. And stay up, Ronbo, and Happy New Year's, everybody, and be safe.
Yeah. Happy New Year, Benjamin. Thank you.
All
Talk
right.
to you later. All right. And we zoom over to Bethel. Hey, Bethel.
Hey, what's up, Rumble?
Well, Bethel, nothing real good except for the fact the season's over. And George Kittle is at currently the best single season rushing, or should I say, best single season yardage man in the NFL, and he's on our team.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. He's
hilarious.
I actually met his parents, and I actually met him. I actually got his autograph, and I actually got our number 18, our right receiver. I got his autograph too.
That's Dante
and
Pettis.
It was cool. Dante Pettis. I got his autograph, and it's cool. Watching all that, and even though it went down the way it did, but hey, you gotta see that that all these guys, they've been playing for a long time, and a lot of our guys are backups. They haven't been playing with each other that long, and I seen that every time some people were, say some stuff and they were not communicating, that's when the errors were occurred, and it was not going the way we wanted. But it's I get it what it is, so.
Yeah,
at least they fought to the end. They didn't make it, like the Raiders. Raiders lost 3-35. That's more embarrassing.
Raiders. Oh, and the bad thing, Kansas City's defense is awful, and if the Raiders couldn't score any more than 3 points, oh my God.
Yeah. No, and the most embarrassing thing is that their coach is over here saying, "Oh, let's go beat Kansas City."
I saw
and
that.
They didn't even do shit.
I was watching that clip.
So at least we didn't do worse like other teams. It did. We lost by 10 points. But at least Kittle got the record, and because he deserves it. He's a good guy. He's a wonderful guy, and because not a lot of the players came with us, but Kittle and Pettis, they're like probably the only ones that actually did come with the actually McGlinchey, he actually another one that went to the fans, but I was kind of far, so I couldn't really get anything signed. But
that's right. You were. That's right. You were out there today. You told us you were going to go to that game.
It's
just wish it could have been a better
it was free game. I didn't pay anything, so gotta enjoy what I can.
It'll get better. I think next year, if you could make it out there, you'll enjoy the game better. This is a freak year, with a freak amount of accidents and a freak amount of injuries, and IRI has way too many people on it.
And then plus, they want to get the record, for most sacks. They needed like 3 more, but they didn't get it. We didn't let them get it.
And Aaron Donald should have been flagged. That punch on Josh Garnett. How is that legal? I still do not get that.
And then and then we got a flag for that, for that hit. That was a clean, nice hit.
Right.
And he lost the ball. I'm all like, why are you flagging if that was a good hit?
Oh, they call that.
Not like if he went with the head.
Yeah. The thing is, the official couldn't see anything from his side. All he saw was when he got hit, he folded over and he bounced on the guy's head. That wasn't that initially that hit was in the midsection. It was not up at the head. Ah.
Yeah. When I seen that they started throwing a lot of flags at us, I'm all like, oh, here we go again. They're gonna start going for the home team.
Yeah, and they did. Because as soon as Aaron Donald smacked right in front of the official, he smacks Joshua Garnett. Joshua Garnett looks at him like, whoa. And the official just walks over and says, Josh, know your place. Get on back over there. This is Aaron Donald. He can punch you anytime he likes. God.
Yeah, and then and then I see the Rams, one of the Rams guys kick the ball and then throw the ball over here and almost hitting one of our guys. I'm all like, ain't that supposed to not be calling a flag?
No official said a word, right? I don't.
Yeah, no official said a word. I'm all like,
paid officials.
Well,
Bethel,
but,
I really wish you had a better experience out there today.
But things, but at least they made it something where they put up some points and they didn't get beat that bad.
Not really.
And we still have the I think the second draft pick. I think they're gonna probably maybe trade it down because if you get that second draft pick, you're gonna pay a lot of money for that second draft pick.
Well, yeah, that's true. But if he's a good
if
player,
you could
it's okay.
actually get, if you could actually get some good players, for our draft pick,
that's the thing.
It'll probably be worth it.
All right. Now, Bethel, we got to stop, and I'll look for you this weekend, and we'll continue because pretty much we're going to start talking about who needs to be added to this team anyway. So I will see you this weekend, and Happy New Year.
I think they're gonna probably maybe end up trading Julio Jones because I think he's playing kind of hurt, and he wants that money. So they'll probably end up trading him, maybe.
Maybe. All right, but save it for this weekend, all right? Because we're gonna get into all that stuff this weekend. All right, Bethel. Have a great night.
Yeah. All right, you too, Rumble, and keep up the good work. And hey,
thanks.
I've seen a lot of Niner fans. Even though we were losing and going, we're still cheering for our players.
Good.
Because we're faithful no matter what.
All right. All right, Bethel. Happy New Year, Bethel.
All right.
We're gonna go.
You too. Happy New Year, Rumble.
All right.
Have a good one.
You too.
Let's go for next year. We're gonna make it.
All right.
All right.
And let's see here. 49ers. Oh, so hell. As a matter of fact, hey Sheik.
Ronbo! What's going on, bro?
Oh, I tell you.
Niners, baby.
Oh, shit. At least it's over. We can stop suffering and hoping. We can start looking forward to next year and get the people back that we need back. Nice jacket.
Hell yeah, I just bought this. I had to make myself feel better. I just bought this right now.
Hey, that's really nice.
Or maybe like an hour ago. We got Super Bowl right there.
It really is. And I love the color combo. You know what? That jacket's going to become like the gold jacket now in a few years. So you got to hold on to that. Keep it clean. You might be able to sell it for a fortune at some point if you want.
Exactly. The old school jackets, Ronbo. But yeah, Ronbo, it's okay. We're faithful now, faithful then, faithful forever. It's all good. All these Rams, Rudy wants to be all happy about everything. You know what? You should not worry about us right now.
I know.
Because
God.
You look at their, like you've been saying it on their the game that you're watching earlier. You're saying, who did they beat? They beat under 500 players. They couldn't beat Chicago. They couldn't beat New Orleans. They barely even beat Kansas City.
They escaped Kansas City, exactly.
How are you going to say that you guys are going to even make it after the first round?
Yeah. I think they beat the Vikings, but the Vikings aren't a 500. Well, Vikings are barely a 500 team. They suck.
Yeah.
They're out.
I think they're out.
Yeah, they are out. They lost to who was that that just beat them? That was the Eagles. No. Chicago just take them out. So Chicago takes them out, and that's why the Eagles are in.
Exactly.
The Rams cannot beat any of those teams. So it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, but I'm excited, Roman. We got great players, great talent. Kittle, shout out to tip my head out to Kittle getting the record, breaking the record, and a lot of teams passed up on them, Rombo. Even the same old sorry ass Rams passed up on them. And guess what? He'll get the record on you.
Right, they could have got him in the second or third round, even though they don't have any draft picks. They haven't had any for a long time. They still could have picked him up. It's not like we picked him up early, so and we should have. Now that you look back on it, though, that's scary. How we could have not. Well, we would have missed him. That would have been just awful. He'd have been doing what he's doing, and we would be saying things like, "I knew we should have picked up George Kittle."
But another thing too, Rombo, is like we have backup as a backup practice squad of our practice squad players playing today and the whole season, and God, thank you for 49 to heaven that this season actually is over now. Now we can worry about next season because we got Jimmy Guap. Shout out to Yao Ming. we got him back. We're gonna be good, Rombo. And free agency is coming here. We need talent. I want Earl Thomas. I've been saying I want Earl Thomas because if you're gonna keep Saleh, you have to get Earl Thomas. Give him like a 3-year contract. Giving them that money, just let me rain that little money for him a little bit. Get that money for Earl Thomas.
Wait a minute. How old is Earl? He's just reaching 31 now, right?
He's 30. 30,
okay, good. All right.
Yeah, so he's in his prime right now. And, being end of his prime, but he's still good, Rombo. Honestly, people say, "Oh, he's injured."
I just worried about how old he was and how is he going to be long as he's going to be able to perform at peak level. So, 30's okay.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. What's your downs and what's your ups this season? What is the players that you're like, I'm happy about seeing the improvement of next year? And who's the player that you're like, he needs to go?
No, you know what? We're to say that. But I can tell you right now, even though Big Show was waiting to tell me about Kendrick Bourne, I see progress in Kendrick Bourne this year, especially as we move toward the last few weeks when they had to depend on him heavily, and him coming up with them all-star highlight reel catches. I like Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah, I do too, Ronbo. And put me on the list too. Kendrick Bourne he's not a number one, but he's maybe a number two. He's definitely a number two.
Right,
he's not for the youth movement.
Yeah, he's part of a crew. He's not going to be your main man. But he is. I think he does good work. So,
exactly, Ronbo. But anyways, I just want to wish you a Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, all to the faithful. I hope you guys everything you want, more Niner gear for next season.
There's going to be plenty next year too. And you got to get that 85 jersey. That's going to be hard to get because they're going to make it. I figure they're going to announce within the next 5-10 days. They're probably going to announce 85 is available, and it's going to get ordered out, and it's going to take you to the beginning of the season. You got to put you on a waiting list, because George Kittle is just the dude's personality already makes him likable, and then he's a great football player. Now it makes him go from likable to absolutely lovable, right? So it's going to be a George Kittle year between now and next year. So
exactly, and I was trying to get Kittle's jerseys today, but they're all out. And by the way, we need that pass rusher, man. I'm 6'5". You can tell from the door. See that right there. I'm not cheating. I'm gonna tell him up there. I'm 240.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's 6'5".
Yeah.
Hey, if he's speed and he got it, go for it. But honestly, we need that speed. I want Bosa. There's a chance to get Bosa and AZ. I think they need offensive tackle. So who knows? But regardless, we need pass rusher. We need to spend that money, Rombo.
And he's going to be a lot of pressure to get that money spent, too. Got to get some blue-chip players in there. Sheik, have a great time. I'm going to wish you a Happy New Year and look for you this weekend as things return to normal starting next week, actually. So, yeah.
Definitely.
All right,
well, shout out to the faithful. Shout out to Nighthawk. Shout out to TNT, Heartbound Head Squad, Bashar, Kenny, Joey Mahoney, Big Show. We'll get that jersey, Bourne. Get that Bourne jersey for Ronbo. And hit that like
That's right.
Ronbo Sports, the best place to be. 2019, here we come.
And he's going to get excused. Hey, awesome, Sheik. See you later, fam.
Peace, brother.
Sheik rolled it into the sunset. Oh, God. And what's it? Who do we got here? We got Luca. So somebody's having a cold. Am I right? Is it? Hey, Luca.
Hey.
Yo, Luca. What's up, man?
Yo, what a great game for Kittle.
I know, right?
The best tight end of all time.
I know.
We started so bad in the game, but I was so hyped for Kittle in the end. So
I'm just glad he didn't get hurt.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if we lose or not. So in the end, all I wanted was the record for Kittle.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it doesn't do anything for us. And we need the draft position to stay. At this last game, now I have no problem with losing the game. If we were like in game 8 or 9 and everybody's, tank! No, I don't want to tank. It's too early to be tanking. I want to win. But now, last game, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, and it was good. We got some points on the scoring board, so yeah, it was okay. We didn't get blown out.
No. Well, we did, but at least we made a comeback, a decent comeback. Yeah. And if we didn't give them 21 points to start the game, there's no telling what would have happened. You cannot spot the Rams 21 points and expect to stay on the same field. That's just silly. So, anyway.
Too many turnovers, yeah.
Oh. And the pick 6? Oh, my God. That's okay. The Rams took advantage of a team in flux. We're still bringing it together. It's going to be fine. That team's going to be looking a lot stronger next season, provided we don't get all the strange injuries we got this year. So we'll see.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure next year we will do better. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if we could do any worse than we did this year.
Yeah. And hopefully we get some good edge rusher. More than one, probably. And we need a good defensive back, too. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got needs. You know what? I have a feeling, though, there may be a possibility to get another DB in the free agency market. We'll see. Oh, and I think the 49ers are trying to be patient with Akello Witherspoon. Akello started looking, interestingly enough, he started looking good before he got hurt.
Yeah.
So I think he's actually somebody the 49ers may as well ride it out. I think he's going to be okay. Give him another year. I would. So.
Yeah, hopefully. A lot of competition in the offseason.
Oh, God, yeah.
You need to get some competition on the defense.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what Kentavious Street. Now we get to see what Kentavious Street looks like. I cannot wait to see what he looks like in real life. Woo! Yeah. We'll see. All right.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Luca. All right. Tell you what. How about a happy New Year, and let's do this again this weekend.
Yeah. You too. Happy New Year.
Hey. Thanks, fam. Bye-bye.
Good night.
And I see the name is it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. Show, I have, as you know, been collecting votes tonight, and I've got a positive response with only a couple of people not agreeing that you should lighten up on 84 and get a jersey and send it to me.
Well, there are also a number of equal votes who don't think very highly of him in your chat room. So,
hey. I only saw you and G. Was it BVOUL or something? Hey, chat, please, my lovely fam. Can I get you to vote for whether or not Kendrick Bourne is good or not? And I'm not saying good, but Show thinks that Bourne is not worth a damn. He thinks that Bourne has not improved since last year. And can we get a little bit of action on that? All right, go ahead, Show. I got to start my campaign.
He'll be
You
a
can
nice
finish your
addition
campaign
on
if you
somebody
want as
else's
well.
team. That's all I'm gonna say.
I missed it. Say it again.
Oh, he'll be another addition on somebody else's team. That's all I'm gonna say. Ronbo, and I'll explain to you why. Because Kyle Shanahan specifically said in the middle of the season he wants closers, and he is not one of them. That's the bottom line.
Kyle Shanahan didn't say he wanted closers.
No, he really did say he wants closers, and in one of his press conferences or something like that a while back. I can't remember how far.
He didn't say that Kendrick wasn't a closer.
No. He never said that. He said he wants closers on his team.
Okay, but see, that's left up to personal interpretation, and you have decided that Kendrick's not a closer. So that's not fair.
He is not.
Well, look what he's done.
He's not a closer.
Ooh, I like that, Jack. But, I mean, what else does he have to do? Now look what you did.
I knew this was going to happen. I always did so much shit. I knew it was going to happen.
You bring this on
I'm
yourself.
sorry, Ronbo, but Ronbo, I gotta
Yeah.
bring you up. Ronbo, I gotta bring you up to date with something real quick.
Yeah.
So, in the Night fan club, Show said we should sign Kevin White, the Bears receiver that's injured every year and had 2 catches this year. He said he's doing good this year, but yet he had 2 catches. Kendrick Bourne has more catches
It
than
was
him
a
in one season.
suggestion of putting somebody in like that.
It was not a suggestion, Joe. And I bet you were in on this. Was Show in on that agreement? I bet he was.
No, yeah, Show was the one I recommended we should sign Kevin White. He had him on his pickups. But check this out. Kendrick Bourne has more catches this year than White has his entire career and touchdowns.
I know that's true, too. Because Kevin White, he suits up every year in OTAs, and he's out before the preseason even gets underway. So, you know.
So Big Show wants him, but he doesn't want Bourne.
He's just on the wrong team.
But no, I get what Show's saying. Show's just tired of the overhype on Bourne. But Bourne is a good rotational player. He's not going to be a starter for us, but he's a good rotational.
Yeah. If you need somebody to come in and fill a void.
I could think of really 3 names better than Kendrick Bourne right now that I would
Please
like to
don't say
bring
Kevin
on
White.
in free agency.
Go ahead.
Marvin Hall out of Atlanta, Rashard Higgins out of Cleveland, and Richard Perryman out of Cleveland.
Oh, God.
Would
All
be
right, I'm
a lot better.
Come on, Show, you're just throwing random people out there. That's
Anyways, enough about somebody who's not going to be on our team next year.
Show. Okay, wait, right there. Let's make another deal. If Kendrick Bourne is on this roster,
I'm not making.
Come on, Show, you're scared. See, that's what I'm saying. You can't just say things like that unless you're planning on backing it up. If he's not here next year, there's another reason why I should have my jersey.
Robert, he has dropped so many. He's not a good situational football player. He's not.
He's dropped
How
so
are you going
many.
to tell me he's improved?
How many? He's
dropped
caught a lot
so
of
many
passes.
third down passes where we had to call Robbie Gould's number out, Rombo.
And you blame that on Kendrick?
How are you? Yeah, you're supposed to catch the ball.
There were some throws that weren't catchable.
Catch the ball.
Listen, if anybody's got hands on this team, it's Kendrick Bourne. When those throws are made in error, then you can't expect him to make nobody's going to make those catches. Kendrick did drop a couple of balls. I go along with that.
When Kendrick Bourne admitted he ran the wrong route in the Minnesota game, where that could have set us up for a win instead of a field goal, do you think that qualifies him as having?
I say that there's not a receiver in the NFL that never, ever makes a mistake, is what I got to say to that. Now, you're saying that Kendrick is not allowed to ever make a single mistake, and that if he's not perfect, then he's not
I'm not
supposed
saying
to...
he's not allowed to make mistakes, Rombo.
You remember every mistake.
Rombo.
You remember every mistake he
consistent
made.
with him, he's making mistakes.
He's making good plays. You don't remember those.
But then Kendrick's for another time.
All right, what else you got?
I'm not going to debate him with you tonight because I know he's not worth keeping. to the Saleh, to the fires. I wanted to talk about people wanting to fire Robert Saleh. Reap what you sow, because if we end up firing Robert Saleh and the new defensive coordinator wants to go to a 3-4 and not stay on a 4-3, then we're going to have to pretty much get rid of half the players on defense and find new ones and start all over again. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree
and the
on
player
that.
we're going to be drafting, and the players we're going to be drafting on defense and on the draft, they're going to take at least 2 years to develop and get acclimated to this new defensive coordinator.
And the thought of that scares me to death. I don't want another 2-year project.
Exactly. Yeah, you know what I mean? So why are we going to bring on Todd Bowles, who just got fired as a head coach, who couldn't develop his players really well? Because that's another thing you got to look at, too, is whether or not the coach can coach up his players and develop them really well, which is exactly why Todd Bowles got fired from the Jets, because they weren't showing any signs of progression or anything like that.
But something else about Todd Bowles, it seems like they sort of quit on him. The defense was better last year, weren't they? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
What is Todd? I don't know what he's doing. He lost those guys. They looked like they really were screwing up awful. But the year before last, they were just really. Is that last year? They were really tough when he first came. So I don't know what happened there, unless he lost some players or something.
Yeah. And if we end up drafting either Allen or Farrell or something like that on defense, then they're not going to look like they're not going to be what we expected if we start all over again on our scheme. On defense,
well, you know, so funny.
I mean? It's not.
You could
it's
actually
not worth the risk.
I mean, Eric Armstead and DeForest Buckner could probably play in the 3-4, actually. Because actually
they're better 3-4 players. Yeah,
they are actually 3-4 players. So how many more? Your linebackers, man.
We'll have to get rid of Fred Warner, or
no, Fred could stay at a 3-4.
And we'll have to get rid of. Well,
you don't think Fred could play in a 3-4? He's got to learn it, though.
Yeah, he's got to learn it. He's a 4-3 guy, though. So. Yeah. And that's why he has 100 tackles this season, and
he's got way more than that.
Really well.
Fred had 100 tackles 2 weeks ago. He got 14 today, and he was stretched out on the ground in pain half the time. The guy's a beast, man.
Yeah, and speaking of free agency, really quick, Ronbo, I am tired of going after these thin, light players. I want these fat sequoia trees guarding our quarterback. I want these Mack trucks on our defense. You know what I mean? I'm tired of injury-prone players. I'm tired of players coming off an injury or being on injured reserve and shit like that, because that is what kills our season every year. You know what I mean? Like, we can't afford to take a risk on a player. It's like Nick Bosa, who's coming off a core injury. We can't afford a player like Earl Thomas, who's coming off a leg injury. Like, how do we know these players are going to be the same?
And they're going to come and get hurt again.
Richard Sherman was lucky. Richard Sherman was lucky. You know what I mean? He was lucky. He is still the same coming off an injury, and that's rare.
Yeah, I know.
You know, not every player is the same.
And so we're going to stop. And we're going to see soon what they're going to do in free agency. I can't wait for these playoffs to end so we can hurry up and get to that part too. But in the meantime, wish bad things on the Los Angeles Rams. I want them to get blown out in the first round and they get to the playoffs. So Rudy can shut the hell up. Okay. I've said it. Let me not get mad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, first of all, I don't even know why Rudy even calling our show, or your show. But
monitoring what we say and do and interjecting. Rudy, that's where you really blow it. You interject. You know what? We don't hear it. God.
We should be spending our time and energy on him.
God.
And trying to get his ass straight. So
he'll never happen either. All right, y'all. See you this weekend.
Anyways, shout out to the Nighthawk fan club. Yeah. I love you all guys, even though I'm a little crazy, but
we love you back.
I've been right so far. So what I say now?
Well, you've been right all the time so far.
All right, big show. I got to do one more time. So you said Bowles isn't a good coach, right? But he's a good DC. That does not make him I mean, because he's not a good head coach doesn't mean he's not a good DC. So that means Wade Phillips is garbage, right? Because he's not a good head coach, but he's a good DC, right?
But how long has it been since he's been defensive coordinator?
Same with Wade. Wade was 4 years in Dallas, whatever. He got fired. Now look at the rest. He's an excellent DC.
Is he?
Just be careful, Sean.
I'm not.
I don't know if he's
I'm
an
not
excellent
crazy
DC,
about
though.
switching up right now.
But you know what?
I'm not when
No,
we're in year 3. You know what I mean? So.
You know, that's a scary thing, Razor. I starting over scares some of us to death. I don't want them to have to come in and play slow and thinking. I figure by next year they should be lightning fast in this system because they gotta know it by now, Razor. They gotta know it.
If you get Robert Saleh the talent that he deserves, then all of you are going to be kissing his ass again and wanting him to stay. And you know, so
Big Show is right.
So we gotta
Big
go.
Show is
Guys,
right that he needs more on defense. But what I'm trying to say is that just because he's not a good head coach doesn't mean he's not a good DC. That's all I'm saying.
I see
possibly
that.
true.
Look at Lovie. Like I suggested, Lovie Smith. He's not a good head coach, but he's a hell of a good DC. But I would rather have him over Todd Bowles if he were to ever end up going that route, which I hope.
How about Keith
don't,
Wilkes
but,
over in Arizona? Did they fire Wilkes yet? Anybody see anything over the line?
I don't know.
Wire?
I just heard Todd Bowles' name.
Yeah, they hurried up and fired Todd. They didn't even wait until tomorrow morning. But
no.
Yeah. Usually, what they call it, Black Monday. They didn't even wait for Black Monday.
Yeah, it's like something like that. Yeah.
They said Todd's dark enough. He doesn't need to wait till tomorrow. He's out of here now. I'm kidding. Okay, those people might take that serious. I'm not. I'm just kidding. He might be on our team. Who knows? In some capacity, you never know. All right, guys.
Oh, one more quick point, Ronbo. You were talking about Chip Kelly earlier. I would have loved to have kept him on as an offensive coordinator. I think he would have been phenomenal under Kyle Shanahan. Honestly.
See, it's you, show. You tend to bring out the controversy.
See what I do? I bring out the theatrics. That's what I do.
Oh God, it's a long walk for him to get here.
Yeah.
Wait, is that Joey coming in with the bell? Oh. Oh, Kenny says, thank you, Empire. Happy New Year. Please be safe and responsible and make sure you don't drink and drive. Want to see you all next week. Go, Niners. Thanks, Kenny. Love you, fam. And you take care of yourself and Happy New Year, too. All right.
But anyways, Happy New Year to you guys. Shout out to the Night Hawk Fan Club. Shout out to Sheikh Bashar, Kenny, everyone. Happy New Year to you guys.
All right. So
all right.
See you soon.
Oh, Razor, shout out to you. Forgot about
Please give
Razor
a shout out. Is that Joey? Oh, it's Joey. It's Joey Mahoney.
Wait, who?
It's Joey Mahoney. He snuck in on me.
Oh, it's Joey. Shout out to Joey. Oh, my God. What's up, man?
God. Razor drove out. I guess Joey got his parking place.
Confused with Trey.
I know. I
thought that was Trey.
Joey, was that you with the
that was not me with the bell, but I do like my shadow. So.
Yes.
All right, y'all have a good night.
You too.
All right.
Oh God. Well, Joey, a good time to come on in as you know it's over. At least it's pain and suffering. We can start having a good time once again. And that was Razor being Paul Bear.
Yeah, it was.
Anyway, Joey, what are you thinking, man? We have to talk to you like forever, man. What have you been up to?
That Razor put up earlier. I like that. That was interesting. 37 sacks. I had no idea.
Right? Did you know that?
I did not. I had to look it up myself. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it.
Well, you know, we got them all in 2 or 3 games because we went buck wild on the Raiders, and we had another game where we did pretty well. We've had about 3 games where we accumulated a few sacks. Because remember, Dakota Watson came in all of a sudden and did a great job. So I don't know, but you know,
well, I put it to you like this. I looked at it. I looked at the stats, and like it didn't show everyone's stats, but the site that I showed, it showed Buckner had 12, Marsh and Blair
12?
had 5.5 each, and everybody else had 1. So
Yeah.
You
See, I figured we had them all in one or two players. Yeah.
You gotta get a little better than that.
Yeah, it wasn't spread out
5.5
across the
not
roster.
bad, but you gotta
Yeah.
do better than that.
Yeah. And we got to put if we're not going to get sacks, how about some pressure on the quarterback? I'm watching golf. Last week they dropped golf on his butt 3 or 4 times. Who were they playing last week? That wasn't the Bears. That was somebody else. But they were just kicking his ass. They said, "Oh, that was the Cardinals." It was pretty funny. The Cardinals were they were all over golf. It's just the Cardinals don't have any offense, so they couldn't do anything about scoring any points. But they were all over golf. I said, "See,
yeah,
if the Cardinals had an offense, they'd be kicking his ass." Dang it.
Yeah. The guy I want the Niners to sign is Graham and the Minnesota Vikings linebacker.
Barr.
Anthony
Anthony Barr. We were
Barr.
talking about him yesterday, actually, last week, a few days ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah,
Well,
Friday.
he's the one that injured. He's the one that hurt Aaron Rodgers. So we need. He's a mean guy. I like
Anthony Barr.
Yeah, he's the one that hurt Aaron Rodgers last year.
Oh, hey, Rodgers got hurt. Collarbone. That's right.
The collarbone when he tackled him because he didn't like him.
Aaron gets that. He gets that out of it. Sue steps on his ankle and acts like he didn't see it. And that's the only reason why that's why the Seahawks won that year, because of Ndamukong Suh. They should be paying him still. God.
Yeah.
But anyway,
we don't need Earl Thomas, man. I'm telling you right now, we don't need Earl Thomas. I know Sheik want him. There's a couple other people on the show that want him.
there's a lot of people that want him. Richard Sherman wants him. You think like the 49ers do though, and things they've been doing.
You think?
I don't think they're going to do
it. Do you think there's enough room on the IR bus, bro? Because that bus is kind of full, dude. You know what I mean? We're trying to get some of those people off the bus, not on the bus. You know what I mean? Come on.
I just don't see the 49ers doing it just for economical reasons. I know the 49ers need to spend money, but I don't think they're going to get the bang for the buck, because Earl's only going to last a couple of seasons, right? At the most. And how much? I think he's looking for a 3-year contract, and he wants big bucks. I'm thinking, because if the Hawks couldn't even afford him anymore.
He's worth it. I mean, I'm not saying he's not a great player. He is. What I worry about is that now he's injury prone. He's injury prone now. Yeah. If he's not injury prone, and you can prove to me, and without a shadow of a doubt, say he's not going to get hurt, then of course, who wouldn't want Earl Thomas? I mean, he's top 3 safety in the league. I mean, of course you want him. But
he is.
For me, it's like, damn, he just broke his leg twice. Like, how's that going to help us? What's that going to do for us if he's sitting on the sideline and we're paying him more money, just like half of our damn roster, and they're on IR? That's not helping us.
Did you say Earl broke his leg twice? I know he tore his pec muscle. Was that 3 years ago?
He broke his leg. He broke his leg this year. I know that. And then last year he had an injury and it was out for the year. I thought it was broken. Like, it might be something else.
He ripped his pec. Okay, so 2 broke. God, Earl, that's scary.
I know he broke his leg this year, though. I know that for a fact.
No, I saw that as he was flipping off the entire Seahawks bench when he left.
Yeah. Telling him what he thinks of him.
I guess he was a little pissed. You guys wouldn't let me go?
Yeah.
Now I broke my leg over here, and I'm gonna get paid. And then the finger came up.
Wasn't because they let him go. It's because he didn't get a new contract. That's why
he held out all year.
He wanted more money. He didn't get it. That's why he flipped him off.
What? The Hawks are hardcore when it comes to that, aren't they? If you think you're so good, I wonder if they would do that to Russell Wilson, because I know Pete Carroll just loves Russell Wilson. Wilson's contract expires, I think, next year. I think.
You hear about the Jaguars and Leonard Fournette?
Please tell me.
He got caught on the sideline with Yeldon, and I guess he was like relaxing, being happy, and like not caring about his teammates. So now Tom Coughlin's pissed, and now there's a report out saying that they want to get rid of his salary, his contract, and now the Jaguars want to get rid of Leonard Fournette.
I saw him sitting over on the sideline.
And they want to get rid of Jalen Ramsey too.
You know what? I like Jalen Ramsey. I would take him. We don't need Fournette. We got plenty of running backs. But I would take Jalen Ramsey because the dude kills me. And I'd love to be able to say, hey, Jalen, remember me from last year?
Yeah.
And, you blocked me and unblocked me about 3 times. Now you're on my
You know what
team.
I would like to do, Ronbo? Hey, Ronbo, you know what I would like to do?
What?
If I can't get Nick Bosa, I'm a Nick Bosa guy. I love Nick Bosa.
Right.
I hope we get him. But if we say hypothetically we don't get him,
Uh-huh.
what I would like to do, if the Jaguars were willing to do it, even though I do like Nick Mullens, but I also think that if there's a way to improve our team, to get rid of him, but I would trade number 2. I would trade back with the Jags, take their first pick, but as long as they give us Ramsey, it would be Ramsey and their pick, and then we get a pass rusher. We get a pass rusher and Jalen Ramsey, and now you just hit on two needs for 1 pick.
Oh, right, quick and easy, yeah. And better yet, Joey, you go ahead and get a proven pass rusher out of the free agency market. I don't know who's going to be available, who's going to listen. They're all going to be like somebody else. I think somebody said you're going to have to overpay for them. But as badly as we need a pass rusher, you just go ahead and overpay. I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
And pick up a kid out of the draft if we can pick one up in the second round if we can.
But who's going to be there, though, Ronbo? That's the thing, because you got Clowney, you got Lawrence, and you really didn't tell me that Lawrence and Clowney both going to be there? Ain't no way in hell they're going to be there. I'll tell you what's going to happen.
D Ford is a possibility.
Lawrence, yeah, I don't know about D Ford. I'm skeptical about him. But
really?
As far as Lawrence and Clowney goes, Lawrence just got tagged last year. They're going to pay him. They're going to give him a shitload of money and say, you're our future. And as far as Clowney goes, they're going to tag him. They haven't used the tag on him yet, so the tag's going to be cheaper to some degree. Because every year they use the tag, the cost goes up every year, just like Kirk Cousins.
Yep. But then again, sometimes it gets too expensive. They don't want to let them go. But the Cowboys, since they're playing, they're winning football.
Like Kirk Cousins.
Well, yeah. But since they're playing winning football, they probably will, as you say, they're probably going to pay him this year. So, yeah. I don't know what's going to be available. I just know, I really wish we could get a guy that I know. And do not bring Ziggy on, that's all.
No, not Ziggy. We had that talk last year. You were questioning Ziggy Ansah, and you were like, "Oh, he looked good."
How many games?
He doesn't look good.
How many games did he play this year?
I'd have to look it up.
I don't think he got 5 or 6. He wasn't
really?
on the field.
He only 5 or 6. That's it.
Remember that we sent our guy over there, all right? Eli Harold went over there, and Eli played a lot.
Yeah, well,
sacked
maybe
us.
He played on the other side. Maybe he played on the other side. Maybe Ziggy played on the other side.
I don't think Ziggy was on the field because we played against Detroit. Do you remember any pressure from Ziggy Ansah?
No, not really.
See? He wasn't there.
To be honest.
He wasn't there is why. Because if Ziggy's on the field, everybody knows it.
I'd go after Brandon Graham if I could.
Yeah, I'd do that.
I would go after him. I think he would be a nice addition. And I don't think you'd have to pay him too much money because he's just a veteran pass rusher. He's better than what we have. And it's better than getting somebody like the guy we got last year. I forget his name. The guy who retired. Number 58. I forget his name.
Elvis Dumervil.
Elvis Dumervil. He was our best pass rusher last year, but he was like a veteran guy.
It makes no
sense. And
sense.
then like what I don't forget who said it, but we get a lot of guys. We sign them, but it's people that are past their prime. So to get somebody, 30, 31, that's decent, that could produce, that you don't have to pay a lot of money to, and that can help us, I'd be for it. And I think Brandon Graham would kind of fit that mold where you don't have to pay too much, and you still get good production.
Graham is how old?
I'm not sure. I think I'm not sure. It's like 29, 30, around there.
Yeah. Well, that's not as old as Dumervil, so.
No, Dumervil's like 35, 36, I think.
Yeah, we got to get. And not only that, I just want some more vicious guys on that front line. I hope Contavious Street is like that. I just really.
See, that's the thing. We didn't get to see him because we drafted him. He played opposite to Bradley Chubb, and they said that he was really good in college too. So that's another thing. Like, we don't know what we have with him either because we haven't seen him. So he's essentially going to be a rookie next year. So maybe we might be able to get lucky and maybe maybe we could get some good pass rushing out of him. I don't know. But,
yeah. Graham's 30. But you know what?
30.
It's okay. Give me some mean, vicious dudes, man. That's all I ask. Get me some guys in there that are going to be tough.
Yeah, but what are we going to do with the secondary, though? That's the thing. I mean, we need pass rush and secondary because we don't have a good secondary, Ronbo. I mean, I know you like Witherspoon, but I don't think he's the answer, to be honest with you. We need someone else.
But I do see Witherspoon being, if you bring somebody in, I don't know. I got a strange feeling about Witherspoon.
What about
safeties? I think he's starting to get it.
What about safeties?
Yeah.
We need safeties too, Ronbo. We don't got a safety. They always get hurt. They get hurt and then they get burned. Tart can never stay healthy. He had that one-handed catch, and that's it.
And it hasn't been seen since.
Name me one other play outside of that one-handed catch that he made against Carolina.
I can already see our starting secondary. I'll give it to you right now. All right. First of all, it's going to be a battle. They're going to keep Marcel Harris in the box. I think they like him there because he's very physical. Then they're going to put
as a linebacker?
Tart. Yeah. Well, no.
Say in the box.
Marcel Harris? Yeah. No, I'm just saying, I'm talking about the secondary. So Marcel Harris is in the box. And then Kwaski T is going to go up against Adrian Colbert for that position. Slot is going to find that DJ Reed is all of a sudden going to be in K-Wan's face. Now, you've got the Richard Sherman's going to be on one side of the field, and I got a feeling K-Wan's. Let's see. I don't think anybody's going to be able to beat him out next year for some reason.
Who?
Akello Witherspoon.
Kello? You don't think no one beats out Kello? You don't think we bring in a free agent, maybe draft pick?
They could try, but I got a feeling Witherspoon's going to beat him out. I think he was starting to get it. He was doing some things I hadn't seen, and I think he might be finally comfortable. So I got a feeling he's going to be tough to beat. We'll see. They're going to be in competition, though.
You want to know what bothers me?
Don't forget about Tavares Moore.
About our secondary? Yeah, I like Moore, too. I like more than Witherspoon. But do you know what bothers me more than anything with our DBs?
What's that?
Two things. And it's bothered me for at least 5 or 6 years. I mean, this isn't like just this year and only. I mean, this is something that just has ticked me off for years. They fucking play 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. Like, can you get up a little closer? Like, you know, put a hand in their face, something? Yeah. You know, that bothers me. They do that a lot.
Yeah,
just a quick screen pass to the wide receiver, and that's like almost 10 yards. So they got to fix that. And then the second thing
the way it's designed, you're supposed to be able to jump routes. That's why you
they don't
play
look back to the ball either, Rumble.
Yeah, I know. I seen that today. Actually, it made me mad.
Yeah, they do that too. They for one they play way off, and then when the ball's in the air, they just Dante Johnson did it a lot. Robinson did it a lot, and now Witherspoon, he's starting to do it a lot too. And he hasn't played for like a week or two, I think it is. But in the beginning he was doing it a lot too. He doesn't turn his head.
Yeah,
you got to turn your head or it's a flag.
Well, see, that's what I'm telling you. If you watch that game before he got hurt, that head was turning around. Not only that, he was getting huge hops on. So he got his hands on the balls. It's like all of a sudden it seems like Akello, finally you're starting to come around. So I'm thinking he now has a better feel for it. He's got the size, he's got the speed, the flexibility. He's got great hips. I'm interested in what he looks like next year. I don't know how serious the knee is, but Witherspoon's no slouch anymore. Do you know, if you look at the stats, Akello did not allow anything for the last 4 weeks? Not that it was directly his fault.
4 weeks.
It's just a progression. So, because I'm saying, Joey, sometimes we have to let players develop. It's not always going to work out, but every now and then you see a player with potential, you got to give him a minute. They're letting Solomon Thomas get his time. Kello's getting his. I don't know. I just see something about his play that I think is going to be okay.
Yeah, all right. Well, you don't think we get a safety in free agency?
Yeah, I don't know. They may. But I do think that's going to be a competition between, not Witherspoon, but Dante, what's his name? Colbert and Tart. Because Tart can play both the box and the over-the-top. Jimmy Ward is the guy that's probably going to be leaving. So, and he looked Jimmy better at safety finally, too. This is the strange thing. These guys all of a sudden look like they are starting to get it, like Robert Saleh said they would. and now we're going to get rid of him. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, there's a few players that they got to get rid of, though. I mean, Garcon has to go.
Well, he's gone.
Earl Mitchell. Mitchell has to go.
Malcolm Smith. That's too
Malcolm
much money.
Smith has to go. I mean, there's some people. I mean, yeah, I get it. John Lewis tried to do the best he could to put some pieces together last year, but as far as I'm concerned, I mean, a lot of people think the same way I think.
No, if you could replace these guys, if you could replace those guys,
we spent a lot of money, and then we're like, where the hell are they? You know,
not getting your money's worth.
You know, you're injured. You're not doing nothing for us.
Those are front-loaded contracts.
That's a waste of money.
Yeah, it's not to worry. Those guys are not going to cost any money next year. They can leave or get released, and they probably will.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Joey, I'm gonna tell you what, man. Let me see you this weekend. Good to hear from you again. Haven't heard from you in a long time.
All right. I got one more thing to say to you though.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a new addition in my family. I got a new kitten. I know how you love cats, man. You know what I named it? Yes, sir.
Cats are hilarious
I named
creatures.
it Ronbo.
Yeah.
Ronbo.
You named that kitty Ronbo.
Right after
I love
buddy.
it. You got to post them up on your Twitter or something so I can see them.
Hey, you know what? I'll make you a deal. I'll do a nice picture of him on Instagram, but you gotta write a comment.
Oh, for sure I will as soon as I see it. All right.
You gotta do a comment. All right, buddy.
All right, Joey.
You have a good
Happy
night.
New
Good
Year.
manners.
All right, fam.
You too, buddy. Happy New Year
Thanks.
to you and the Niner Empire. I
Thanks,
appreciate
Joey.
you.
Hey, back at you, fam. See you this weekend, hopefully. All right. Bye, Joey. Okay. And Johnny Doe, this is, man, if you really think about it, we should have been 10-6 this year. We should have beaten Arizona twice. New York, well, that's right, we lost that game they escaped us. Green Bay, they escaped us. Chicago, and the Los Angeles Chargers. All those teams came back on us. The Bears, I don't know, but the rest of the games are definitely questionable. We had all those teams down and couldn't hold them down. Especially the Giants. Oh, man. That's 3 wins for sure. Giants, 2 wins. Oh, God. And Repent to Jesus says Niners' schedule looks tough next year. We got to play Falcons, Panthers, Browns, and Steelers at home. Whew, man. You know what, though, Repent? The Panthers are starting to not scare me. You know why, don't you? Cam Newton I think Cam's he may be starting to lose interest. They do have my running back, though. The Browns, I want nothing to do with the damn Browns. I really don't. Next year when we get together and start talking about games we think we're going to win and lose, the Browns are going to have matured another year together. The Steelers are done. The Falcons, I don't know what to think about the Falcons. You know what? I wonder if Le'Veon Bell is going to is Le'Veon going to finally come back to Steelers, or is that going to be Connor's team now? Yeah, he tore his. Did he get injured? Easy the third. Man, love you. Man, thanks, fam. And Happy New Year to you, too. Easy the third. And Brian Lee says, Brian Lee, that name sounds familiar. I believe I know who that is. Yeah, me. He says, Ronbo, we want the Pittsburgh Steelers on Thanksgiving night. Whenever we home or Three River Stadium, Roger gets down. You need to confirm that ASAP. Oh, by the way, somebody put in a Jerry. I didn't know Jerry Rice is 6'2". I didn't realize he was that tall. Somebody wrote that in the chat. I didn't know he was that tall. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, you're right. We always do well with big receivers there. I thought he was maybe 6'1" and a modest 6'1". Kevin Santos says, thanks, Kevin. My 49ers faithful forever. All right. And Coach T says, we got to get those 2 edge rushers and an inside linebacker, and our defense is good. Also, either replace Persons at right guard with Garnett or sign a free agent there. Persons been getting schooled by defensive tackles. He's not a starter, Kyle. I know you like him and he works hard and everything. I mean, the guy, Persis could be like, with a broken arm, he'd still be playing. I understand he has played with broken fingers or something. He's an insane offensive lineman. I think that's what they like about him. Jay Duke reveals, I hope Laken Tomlinson didn't tear his ACL. I know, man. Oh, because I already pictured putting Joshua Garnett in there together and get a person to sit down and let him be the backup. Persis is good if you need a guy to back up your front line, but he doesn't need to start if Joshua Garnett's ready to play. And Garnett showed me something. If he frustrated Aaron Donald to that point, he can play with anybody then. And Nike 9 or 10, at the end of everything, it was Cole Beasley's incredible catch. Oh, this is what I was reading earlier. He said, at the end of everything, it was Cole Beasley's incredible catch that lifted Dallas to victory, which ended up being the deciding game in the 49ers getting the strength of schedule tiebreaker over the Jets. I don't fully understand it, but I'll appreciate it, for whatever reason. All right. And Jim Thorogood says, he says Walsh, 8-24 first 2 years. Kyle is 10-22. Just an observation and a good one. We need to be a little more patient. We can't expect anybody to come in and turn a complete mess into a winning team. Dabo says, word up. Zup Dabo. And Jeff Tan, Big Show. Once Bourne gets his 100-yard game, you better be on your knees and apologizing that this year. Big Show just doesn't like Kendrick Bourne. I think he thinks Kendrick Bourne's not serious. Because, Kendrick, man, whenever he makes a great play, wasn't he flossing today? I love me some Kendrick Bourne. And PB, so Niners need Ronbo in the locker room and organization. Thanks, Niners. PB, so you're all right, fam. I love you, man. And Happy New Year. Fam, please hit that like. And I mean this with all sincerity. If you party tomorrow night, please find a way to get there and back. Do not drive. I don't want to hear about something happening to anybody, all right? Because partying on New Year's Eve is what you got to do. But do it safely. I'm serious, man, because come on, fam. I love you, man. I need y'all, man. Come on. Don't get hurt. Happy New Year. Niners!